Oh, yo, was popping, was popping. Zeke Black is in the building, man. I know I've been off a couple of days. It's a lot been going on, with me, emotionally, man. I seen the RZA and Ghostface's verses, and it sort of put me in an emotional space because it took me back to what New York was about. I'm going to say about New York because I'm not because everywhere it took me back from where I came from. Because every place is got take it different. You know what I'm saying? Um, it took me back to the love. It took me back to when I seen you with a brand new car. I congratulated you. Salute. I didn't tear you down because you bought a brand new pair of sneakers. Yo, you a bum or you this or you that or yo you soft or yo you getting money but you that type of dude. It brought me back to that. You know what I'm saying? It brought me back to before I got out of the money element of the game. You know what I'm saying? Yo, it was so deep, man. And even wifey, I had wifey. Wifey was she from St. Louis. She was watching the verses. I had salute. I had wifey listening to the verses, paying attention to the verses. But it was the love. She said, "Yo, what I seen was love out of those two, bro. Like Ghost and Ray was really showing love, man." And they congratulated those that helped them get to where they had to get to. Even if they don't speak to him every day. Yo, shout out to Steve Rifkin. Shout out to Boom. Shout out to Shorty over here, the A&R. The people, shout out to Kid Capri that put us in the position to win by playing Protect Your Neck. You don't forget the people that you may not speak to every day, but you never forget them, man. Yeah, definitely just Papa Watch You Jacking TVs in the building. He'll be calling in tonight. This show is very serious. We're not glorified. This isn't about. We're not talking about the gang culture, even though the person that y'all see that I'm talking about may have been a part of the gang culture. We're talking about before all that. Salute, bro. I'm in the building. Julio Cruz is in the building. Julio Cruz in the building. Randolph Duke. I'm just in June. If you ask Percy, you know what I'm saying? Off top, Zeke Percy is my childhood friend, homeboy, divine. The sentence was definitely foul, especially nobody got killed. Shaking my head, Jews get less time for bodies. That's a fact. Definitely in 1992, I know somebody who got 5 to 15 for a body. I know somebody who got 3 to 6 for a body back then, 9-2. These are bodies, BOs, in 9-2. They was giving dudes short time for, you know what I'm saying? And from the information that was given to me by one of his childhood friends, shout out to Ennis Brooklyn. He was like, yo, they gave my homeboy boom. Now, I don't know D.I., but I heard his name before. You know what I'm saying? And I said, you know what, man? I'm going to do something different, man. You know, I'm a show some unconditional love, man. Because we need the people to hear this, you know what I'm saying? And just to keep it funky, man, I don't think he should have got that much time, man. Oh yeah, my bad, Julio Cruz. Julio Ortiz, my bad, Julio Ortiz, my bad. You know what I'm saying? My bad. I apologize, man. I apologize, you know what I'm saying? Definitely shout out to East Harlem, 100th Street, Lex Ave. My bad. We definitely here in the building, man. I know I was supposed to go in a couple of days ago, but I had to change the flavor, you know what I'm saying? Now the thing with the homie is he got 133 years in 1992 and nobody died. This is 1992 was a different time. It definitely was mass incarceration going on though. Mad TNT drug busters, I remember that. Something, but there was a lot of politics going on too. So we're gonna go into what happened in New York that made that case so important to give that man that much time. 133 years of life. I mean, from what it said to me was, you know, it was a robbery, such and such, and boom, police, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? That's a fact. Check out Ennis Brooklyn. Well, he got his lawyer. Now shout out to Mikey B because he posted he reshared it on his page. Not changing the topic. Definitely shout out to GM family. They linked up on Queen's Flip. Hopefully, I think they went up to Queen's Flip and he had to get a chance to tell his story before he went to the penitentiary. I mean, the last time, you know what I'm saying? So definitely shout out to Free Mikey B. Man, he doing the right thing. He's linking up with the right people. And you know what? I'm going to tell you something, man. Shout out to Queens, Northside Queens. Shout out to Southside Queens. But definitely shout out to the Northside, man. When I seen all those brothers together, it made me want to cry, man. When I seen G, Glenn, Marley Suave, Mikey B. You know, when I seen the family there, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? That had me like, damn, son. And it was nothing but love. And then when I jumped on the live, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, people we wish you was here. Because we all grew up together. We was kids, man. And like I said, man, what I respected anything, right? The other day, they went live with Queen's Flip on IG. And I like the fact with Mikey B, how he broke that down. Listen, y'all, you may know me as this. But before I was this, that was my big homie. That was my OG. Mind you, we was kids. So imagine this, you saying the guy who took me up the porch before the cutting, stabbing, shooting, and all the money making, that was the guy who brought me up the porch and took me up, you know what I'm saying, took me where I had to go. You know what I'm saying? Definitely, you know, salute, Randolph, you know what I'm saying? So the homie hit me up a couple of days ago, or they go to see, boom, I wanted to get a more detailed story, but I said, you know what, man? This story just has to get out there, man. They say he got a lawyer now, man. I don't think he should have got 133 to life. You know what I'm saying? There's a kid in Schenectady that at the age of 17, they gave him 40 for life. But even though it was a robbery, they killed the pizza man or a Chinese man. You know what I'm saying? Definitely unjust, bro, no doubt. You know what I'm saying? You're giving these kids these weird, long sentences, man. You know what I'm saying? A lot of parents don't know. A lot of parents, they don't have the money to get good lawyers. And these lawyers that you get, these court lawyers ain't worth the bag, because they're not gonna fight for your freedom. A case like that was shooting at the police. Oh no, boom, allegedly. You know what I'm saying? But I know somebody who actually shot a cop, came down on the pill, boom, came home. Sometimes you gotta fight the system, man. Like, listen, y'all got me. But that much time, you're bugging. And I believe it was politically motivated. So we have to go back into what was going on in 1992 that led to a census like that. Okay, they said he had to book somebody in the store. He moved them around in the store. Nobody died, though. So basically, that was... Yeah, you know what I'm saying? And that's all it was. He shot out, you know what I'm saying? Basically, for him taking shots at the cops, nobody got hit. They hit him with probably all those those police charges that come with that. But still, not that much time. They hit him with 80,000 charges. You know what I'm saying? But his lawyer was supposed to fight those charges. When you have a legal way ain't gonna do all that. A legal way ain't gonna play this game with you. Mind you, he's 18, 19 years old. He going to a law library, but he doesn't know what he's looking for in them court documents. You understand what I'm saying? He doesn't really focus on, he just trying to beat the case. He doesn't know what he's looking for. Like you can't expect somebody 18 years old to be an experienced lawyer. With a major case like that was probably in the newspaper, a lot of press. And they're basically, you know what I'm saying? What's up, God to say, what's up? So, with that being said, man, we have to get to the point where we don't look at our brothers as convicts all the time. You know what I'm saying? We can't, man. We can't look at them as, a lot of times the law is set against you. Unless you have a paid lawyer that's going to fight for your freedom. If you don't know the law, or you around somebody in jail that know the law, 1992 I was locked in Rikers Island. I was looking at 4 months in jail. Rikers Island, 1992, he blew trial to 133 years in life. We talking about the crooked cop years, the 30 years, when they was running around doing what they was doing. We talking about the crooked era. Like, he got caught up in the crooked era with a lot of politics. And they probably use him as the face of, this is why we do what we do, because people like him. You know what I'm saying? It's not cool, man. We can't sit here. We march for everything else. It's march for ours. How can I leave you in the yard? But I'm fighting for everything else but for you, man. The only person I ever seen mention this man's name was his boy. And like I said, man, I'm on my Raekwon, you know, ghost. You know what I'm saying? I don't care what nobody else is doing. But what I'm saying is, let's fight for the people that we understand that they was railroaded other than drug dealers. The only people that's been getting love is drug dealers and dudes that was convicted of murder by that little precinct in Brooklyn, by Scardella, what his name is, whatever with the feast. A couple of other bodies got flipped over, but you know what I'm saying? Sonny, they catch your body. You know what I'm saying? Oh, okay, you know what I'm saying? And that they personalize that. Yeah. That's Stack Stone, big homie. Yeah. Very intelligent man. Gave back 200 something years. You know what I'm saying? Very intelligent man. You know what I mean? And when you speak to people like them, you got to speak to the beginning. You can't go into the middle of their life story. You have to go into the beginning. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? You can't go into the middle or the side. But this show tonight is in dedication of Mikey B. Mikey B is free. Go follow him. You know what I'm saying? I believe he should be popping up on Queens Flip real soon. He's in the flick with him. Shout out to his man AP 550. You know, Ja. My man, you know, Marley. You know what I'm saying? Suave. You know, the GM family. Hashtag GM family. Salute to them, man. This show is a dedication to them, man. I seen brothers that wasn't around each other at one point in time after 30 years. It's a beautiful feeling. They all doing the right thing. See, the game didn't make them. You know what I'm saying? One's a bus driver, one's in the carpenters unit, one's in the union, one's doing this. You understand what I'm saying? Like the streets, they learn from the streets and learn how to maneuver. But look, they all got right, and they all did Fed time. They all went to jail, did some type of time. So you can't come home and resurrect yourself. My man Suave did mad time in the feds, came home, he riding the bus. So, you know what I'm saying? So you can't say you can't become a bus driver when you that did mad time in the feds and come home and get an MTA job. You know what I'm saying? Let's stop believing what we can't do and understand what we can do. But there's certain crimes you're not going to get, you know what I'm saying? You're not going to get, so you don't look for those type of jobs. But that's why you got to look for redemption yourself. You got to go to these programs. Put your pride to the side. Go to anger management. Go to domestic violence programs. You got dudes that's going to the domestic violence program. You got dudes going to parenting programs that's up north. They doing that to show that they're rehabilitated. You know what I'm saying? They're not doing that because they want to play around like, yo, I got the certificates. They're doing that to show that when I hit them streets, I am rehabilitated. Nobody just want to hear, yo, I changed. They want to see it on paper. Okay, you spent 6 months doing ART. You spent 6 months doing the parenting class. You did the domestic violence course. Okay, so you understand anger and where anger will take you now. So we good with that. So back to the story, man. Now, it's funny because I never even knew D.I. had that much time. Until somebody hit me up and he said, yo, boom. I said, whoa, that's deep. But I tell you one thing, a good lawyer, at least to get him released. You know what I'm saying? At least to get him released. Now, let's see what was going on in 1992 in New York City that was politically motivated, that might have played a part to him. You know what I'm saying? To his case. 1992, NYC. See something, man. All right. See, boom. See, here go the politics with this. In September 1992, former New York Mayor David Dinkins, rest in peace to that man, the first African-American mayor ever in New York City, expressed support for a civilian review board in conjunction with the New York Police Department. The purpose of said review board would be to provide checks and balances to the police department and review complaints of officer misconduct. In response to David Dinkins' proposal, Thousands of NYPD officers gathered in front of City Hall building and blocked traffic on the Brooklyn Bridge to protest the board. So that was a bad time for DI to catch a case shooting at the police because David Dinkins was trying to make changes within the NYPD or how NYPD was policing the people. You know what I'm saying? Later reports of events confirmed that officers could be heard chanting racial slurs and were seen drinking, protesting that he wanted to put together this independent review board. Now check it. 2 other officers was charged with assault, although only one was convicted and was simply dismissed from the police department. You know what I'm saying? So you got to think about this. When that situation happened with DI, that was a major situation going on in 1992, where there was a lot of police, the same criminals, the criminal justice system, the injustices, and how police was actually treating us. Like I told you, that was a dirty 30 ever. The police was crazy. They just punch you in the face, stomp you out. What y'all think? The police getting money on side blocks stopped with rest in peace, Larry Davis. You know what I'm saying? There was a bunch of Larry Davises all over the city. You know what I'm saying? You feel me? So he got caught up at a political time. So now we got a case where the police can play the victim. He had to rob a joint. He came. He shot it out with them. This is why we get. This is why they aggressive with them. This is why they this, that, and the third. Then they get to put together these logics, so they know it becomes a big trial. They give them a whole bunch of time. They get a whole bunch of coverage, and then it supersedes what David Dinkins was really trying to do, because New York City was going through a bunch of racial turmoil at that point in time. Remember, that's just one issue in 1992. You know what I'm saying? Now. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Racist mob violence broke out in New York City on September 16th, 1992, when 10,000 cops rioted. Their target was Mayor David Dinkins. And I ain't gonna front, that was Giuliani's whole ploy when he became the mayor, was I'm for the police. And I'm going to unite the police under one banner. If y'all all knew, back in the days, police was separate. Remember, we had the housing cops, they wore the darker blue. Not the housing cops, the transit cops had the darker blue. The housing cops had the baby blue police cars. And, NYPD had the blue cars. They regular car, but the housing cops, police cars look like the New York Met colors. You know what I'm saying? So it was totally different. It was a different time, man. So, the reason why I'm a certain person calling tonight for, because we had a conversation a couple of shows ago about mass incarceration. But definitely shout out to NS Brooklyn, because he said, it's funny because as I was talking to the bro, he was like, oh yeah, I guess DI, he's in the swing. You know what I'm saying? I guess he in the swing. He said Tom Cross is in the swing, actually working in the mess hall. You know what I'm saying? So, salute to this, you know what I'm saying? It is what it is, you know what I'm saying? But back to that story. We're gonna have a caller come in. They're talking about the mass incarceration. Now, what happened with what NYPD did was they became one force. So that's how Giuliani got really all the power, because you had different unions for each. And you had different commissioners. What he did was he put everybody under one branch with one police commissioner. And then he's the leader of the police commissioner. You know what I'm saying? Other than, even though it's still the same, but you have more power when it's under one leaf than 4 different minds. So now housing cops never went nowhere. They just NYPD, but they may call it some PS5, PS4. You know what I'm saying? But they still did. But they're sanctioned as this New York Police Department. Even though they're all New York Police Department, but they're not separated. The politics ain't separated. You know what I'm saying? Like you still got transit cops, but you see with the NYPD, but they transit cops. They're just under one commissioner, compared to every department had a separate commissioner. Okay, you know what? When you say that, because it goes to the DI situation. What Giuliani did was he seen the money that New York was making, that could have made. What Giuliani did was he became quality of life. So what he did was he put all the police under one branch, and then he started seeing where the money was at. Like 42nd Street, he cleaned up the deuce. He turned 42nd Street into Florida. You know what I'm saying? Into a tourist attraction. You know what I'm saying? And that's he just put more. He took more control of the city. That's why he was targeting the mob for, because the mob was controlling the city when it came to these big construction jobs. You know what I'm saying? Like the Board of Education. Now, he tried to take over that. You know what I'm saying? He wanted to be in total control. So he had to even go, he even went at his own people for that control. Like, listen, y'all can be a union, but if y'all affiliated with the mafia, y'all get no business in the city. So that's why you seen the feds running down. Like, he was really on it. Like, he had his own agenda to win. You know what I'm saying? It's a fact. You know what I'm saying? He had his own agenda to win. Now, during this time, remember, he's on quality of life issues. So anything that's quality of life, that's where before that, you could walk around with a 40 ounce and sip on it without a bag. Then after that, it wasn't about having a bag. You can walk around with an open container in the streets with Giuliani. You know what I'm saying? You started getting booked for that. The little things that the Lord of in charge, that when police roll by and they see you on somebody stupid, they may laugh. Giuliani ever come here. What's your idea? You live here? You got to hit certain areas. So he got more on quality of life issues. So other than him and Bloomberg, what Bloomberg did was Bloomberg got on a different type of animal, a different type of tactic, a different type of time. Bloomberg got on the stop and frisk. Now, we've been getting stopped and frisk. Don't think that started in the Bloomberg era. It's just that police was, like I told you, was a different game. In 1990, to stay on the corner, if a blue and white should jump out on you, you had to physically do something to make them jump out. You had some rookie cops that was thirst buckets, but 9 out of 10, you had to really have a funny movement to go, let me go over there. Let somebody call the police on you. Let somebody call the corner and say, yo, they got a gun. Then that's when police is coming. But then a certain type of cops that come. I don't know in your neighborhoods, but in my neighborhood, the gun guys came, like Blondie and them. They came and they jumped out and they did their little stop and frisk. But police really wasn't on it because they looked at the crack everything as that's a TNT thing. Don't get it twisted, you got the yellow cabs at night, but it was a TNT thing. Now, if I'm wrong, somebody please tell me. You know what I'm saying? I might be wrong, but where I was at, we ain't get bothered other than by TNT. You know what I'm saying? And when TNT left, you know what I'm saying? Now, don't get it twisted. Blue and whites will ride by. They're not going to let you catch a lick in front of them. Don't think for 1 minute they're going to ride by and go, oh, this quarter, it's good. Nah, they're going to do their job. But most of the time, you was smart when you was on a business-minded block that, yo, here come blue and whites, chill. Let's have some respect. See, that's what Ghost and Ray was saying, right? Let's have some respect. You don't have no respect. You'll do what you'll do regardless. Not all you young dudes, a lot of you older dudes, because that's how y'all move before whatever. You know what I'm saying? So we have respect, not just for, it's just common sense. Respect. Police would jump out and be like, yo, man, just get off this corner, man. Like, we knew, when we heard TNT was on 103rd Street, let's get out of here. You know what I'm saying? We know they coming here 20 minutes from now. So why are we going to stand here for and believe that they're not going to jam none of us up? But when you don't have no respect, that's why dudes have some of their TNT quality. You know why? Because it probably was happening, but one thing about the Jewish community, they keep things under wraps. And a lot of them Jewish kids that want to be black, they paid the gangsters they paid the gangsters to come around. Yo, here, take 10,000, ride me through East New York. You know what I'm saying? That's what they was doing. Don't get it. You know what I'm saying? No, I mean, don't get it twisted. Dudes knew how to keep the goons away. They knew when you was an official stick-up kid and you have a little bar mitzvah and they invite you over. You know what I'm saying? Yo, here, take this little 30,000. Keep them away from Williamsburg. You know what I'm saying? That's where a lot of we have to let some of them. That's where the logic of let some of them eat. Some of y'all from Brooklyn, right? There was a check out spot or some spot called Ramsey's. Ramsey's take everything, right? So Ramsey's was a love guy in the hood because you go with him with a check, he'll cash it. Boom. You go with some you go with some jewels, boom, he'll get to the scales. Ramsey's was your neighborhood Walmart. So the Jewish community, we did a lot of business with them. So that's why it was like they don't act funny like people think. You just gotta be in the loop with them. Like when you get them diamonds and all that, why you think when the dudes say going to the scales, Jews is going to the scales to them Jews. They'll book something downtown and go to the scales. When you hear an old Brooklyn cat talking about, yeah, son, we added it out, we went to Midtown, we caught some diamonds and all that, we caught some rubies, we caught the big Rolexes, we went to the scales, they're going to see they Jewish jewelers. So everybody ate. So you can't violate the bank. You know what I'm saying? Some dudes just try it. Anyway, let's go. You know what I'm saying? But most of the time it's like business, bro. You know what I'm saying? Because when somebody else asked me that before, I said, nah, because a lot of them do business with us. And they ain't gonna front. They're not a stupid society. They know what to do. They know when they hear, they keep their ears to the street like we do, if not more. Okay, there's a cool stick of kids that have been booking dudes 10 blocks down. Think about this. There's a whole Jewish community across the street from Marcy Projects. You know what I'm saying? Out of all the Jews, the famous names you heard that throw guns in dudes' faces, you ain't never hear about, yo, them dudes going from Marcy terrorizing that part of Brooklyn. You know what I'm saying? I'm pretty sure you have some dudes that snatched chains or might have tried to book them. But overall, you never hear about, yo, they was terrorizing that part of the style. And that's the whole Jewish community across the street from Marcy Projects. You understand what I'm saying? The Jewish community is all business, man. You know what I'm saying? And this is not picking at you because somebody got to my comments with the no, there's an article fact that there was robbery or something. You had some dudes that just shot the temples up and snatched a couple of chains. Like I told you, you had a bunch of them, but those are like, the crackheads. You know, the crackheads do anything. They go anywhere, right? The crackheads. How many times you have to threaten crackheads back in the days in our projects? Like, listen, man, you can't hang out in the lobbies, you can't be on the corner, you can't sleep in the hallways. So that's liable to happen when you have no discipline in your hood. But just like I said, people create narratives that make it sound like these hoods is wild. These hoods got OGs. They just got OGs that's not online. You know what I'm saying? When New York was popping. That's what happens with them. They got OGs that's just not online. These neighborhoods got solidified OGs that got projects, got the blocks. The dudes that before these young boys start clapping, they gotta get permission. Like, listen, man, be going at it with the second half, and they might give the green. Like, you know what? They bugging out on that side. There's official OGs that don't even get money that got more power on them blocks. The dudes that's getting money because they the OGs, bro. I got to see that in my block. All the major shot callers was dudes that wasn't getting money. You know what I'm saying? They was just the shot callers. Those are the dudes other dudes went to the tables with. Yo, ah-da-da. What? I bet. Because dudes start talking common sense to them. Listen, my mom's live here, bro. I can't let y'all come up here like that or let you do that. Dudes go to the tables. It's not like now where it's this culture that just everybody just buck wild. It's wild style right now. It wasn't like that. So once again, that's why it goes back to D.I. D.I. got caught up at the worst time. Now, we're not going to talk about his legacy in the penitentiary. He grew up in jail. So we can't be, he grew up in the 90s. Think about it, he grew up in the 90s in jail like we grew up in the 90s in the streets. You know what I'm saying? He was in there before all the lock and loaded, and he was in there. Imagine being 19 years old, they tell you 133 days of life. Come on, bro. There's no out there. You get a time compensation sheet, you fall out. Yo, this is crazy. You know what I'm saying? And you don't really know what to fight because you just know I got this and there's a high cases in the newspaper. This is what they do, man. This is what they do, man. And you guys just, you know what I'm saying? You know the brother, right? The brother, man. Like, yo, I don't know the brother. This man wrote me like, yo, but I heard of the brother. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna show the brother some love, man. You know what I'm saying? He has the homie has a GoFundMe. Y'all gonna send the money to the GoFundMe. I'm gonna post that up. And all this came from the mass incarceration era. The movie Strap was our antennas to that era. The guns. Nobody paid attention. You know what it was? Everybody felt like I wasn't selling guns. So why are you making about selling guns for them? But that played a major part because there's an element in New York that was playing with those guns. There was sections in New York that had more gunplay than others. That's just how New York give it up. Don't think because I'm from New York, yo, I'm from New York, y'all from where the killers is at. My block wasn't no killers. There might have been a couple, but it wasn't like my block wasn't Brownsville. How my block, my 4 buildings was nothing like Marcus Garvey Village. You know what I'm saying? You hear me? My 4 buildings that had what 18, 20 floors apiece of 4 buildings was nothing like Marcus Garvey Village. That was from Riverdale to Chester, to Newport, to Bristol and all that. You know what I mean? It was nothing like that. 2 different elements. They had townhouses, and believe me, their body rate is crazy. They shooting rates is crazy. They robbery rates is crazy. Shout out to New York Bloods to the $4.99 donation. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I want you to post that too on your page, man, about DI. You know what I'm saying? The DI GoFundMe, man. You know what I'm saying? And I like what you did about the Homo thing because I remember his name in the 90s, and I remember that Brick City thing because they was trying to call them something else. You know what I'm saying? So I remember his movement because dudes is talking about that in Homo. I remember he was in that part of Brooklyn, you know, Ocean Hill, Brownsville, you know, Crown Heights. Now, if you know about Brooklyn, right? And you've been on, you know, I'm giving you Atlantic Ave, right? You buy Country Kitchens. You go up that block, off Ralph. You're in Kingsborough, you're in Crown Heights. You go up the block towards Saratoga, you're in Ocean Hill, Brownsville. You know what I'm saying? St. Mark's and all that, you know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? Definitely shout out to all being in the building, man. Definitely shout out to the 518 a la Born. Definitely shout out to everybody at the Silver Slipper. Shout out to everybody at the you know, everybody definitely on the Slipper, Lark and Orange. Shout out to my man Turtle. You know, my man Peanut, my man June Body from 163rd, you heard. You know what I'm saying? BX in the building. You know what I'm saying? My OSB cats, my bishops, you know what I'm saying? We in the building, man. Definitely all my lokes out there, you know what I'm saying? Just shout out all my C-lokes out there, all my OSBs and all my OGKs and all my BGs, you know what I'm saying? It's showing love, man. And that's what it's about. It's about showing love, B. You know what I'm saying? It's about showing love, man. It's not, you know what I'm saying? It's simple to show love, man. What's Papino, Harlem double, what's poppin', get the double on, you know what I'm saying? And that's why I'm doing this show for. It's just showing love, man. It's showing love to the people, man. Definitely Ulysses, you know what I'm saying? We here, man. And that's what I got from Raekwon and them that day. You know what I'm saying? I got the love, man. And they brought back the love, man. And I have to think about 1992 was mass incarceration. That man got 133 years to life because there was something political going on with the police and Mayor Dinkins. It may not have been that bad. Imagine his cop out. His cop out might have been 50. That's why he went all the way. So you'll go, oh, he could have copped out. They might have offered him. He's 19 years old. Who want to cop up to 25 to 30 years? Like nobody died. The most he had, if you want to say armed robbery, because he didn't get away, that's attempt armed robbery. I'm not a lawyer, but he didn't get away with it. All I can say is he attempted to rob somebody. We came, he shot it out with us. And then if you want to say attempt murder on a cop, no cop got hit, then really it's reckless endangerment. You know what I'm saying? It's menacing. You know what I'm saying? He was basically menacing. But since they police, they put at the highest charge. Attempt murder on 5 cops. The cop broke his ankle, so it's like he got shot. Salute C's, definitely salute. Go support C's, Aries, her page. Post that. Shout out to J Moneybags 196 million apples in the building, man. Yeah, son. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? We here. J Moneybags is in the building. Check out my man Crown TV for them court documents, you know what I'm saying? It's very knowledgeable, a lot of great information. It's not no remixes. It's not what I think, what I thought, what I expect. It's straight to the business. So now we understand, for you guys who don't understand how the feds do business around here. Because a lot of times you don't pay attention to how the federal government is doing business around here. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to my man Toot Black from Harlem, man. His brother hit me up in the comments. It was like, yo, Zeke, you got a brother named Sidney and Nelson. You grew up you used to live on 117th Street between 1st and 2nd. And I said it every show, right, where I'm from originally. When I first moved to East Harlem. Yeah, why? Yo, my brother said boom, boom, boom. I was like, oh, yep, facts, that's me. Yeah, son. He's like, no, I'm saying? He said, yo, see, I lived that boom. I used to go to your house when I was a kid, bro. You know what I'm saying? I remember the last time I seen you using Jeff Projects, bro. If you're the older brother. I remember Tootie. Tootie's with my brother. Not Tootsie Tootie, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, definitely subscribe to see. He's got a great content, a great narrative show. Follow YouTube Blood. She has a lot of information, you know what I'm saying? Hell yeah, exactly. It's all information. It's inspiring. See, one thing, we do things to be inspired, right? Now, that's dope because when he talked about the time of my life, we talking about 78. Shout out to Tootie. 79, 80, 81, 82, 83 when I lived on that side of East Harlem. So when I tell you this, these dudes are sitting back. Yo, Zeke brought me back to when they made the movie. You know what I'm saying? They're like, yo, remember the chicken back spot right in the same building? When they made Gloria at the first scene, that building was the, you know what I'm saying? Right there on First Ave. Patsy Pizza, Delightfuls, Pleasant Ave. We was little young dirty niggas running around crazy following hip hop. Shout out to everything in junior high school 45 back then. When you talked about gangs and cliques, you had the cigar mobs, then you had the down boys. That's what we spoke about on my side. The down boys, junior high school 45. You know what I mean? 117th for the Lexus, the danger zone. You couldn't even go there. You knew how to fight, you wasn't going over there. Olga Mendes had an office on 2nd Avenue by 116th by McDonald's. Shout out to the whole El Barrio, man. To all my Hectors, Marquezes, and Perez's. You know what I'm saying? So now let's get back to the topic, man. I think it's an injustice, and I think somebody should stand up for the man and fight for the man's freedom, man. Don't fight for his gangster. Let's fight for his freedom. As much energy we put in to fight for people gangsters and they character and how real they are. Let's think about this, man. Imagine your 19-year-old son make a simple mistake, man. It's a simple mistake. The same mistake he made, I was making selling in the lobbies. The same mistake that son made, I was doing in the lobbies at the same age of 19. The only difference was the consequences was nowhere close to that because there was no guns involved. And there was nothing going on with NYPD in that sector back then. At that point in time, NYPD was really violating dudes with those murder charges. You know what I'm saying? Hold on one second. You know I had to get the queens out. Shout out to Southern Belle, man. Wifey's on the check-in. We here, man. Shout out to the Hilltop, Lakishamc, Washington Projects, East Harlem. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Wash, Webster Ave 169, and the BX, the motherland. Come on, bro. It's kids, man. That's what dudes do. My brother had an elite scooter. See? 84. My brother had an elite scooter in 84. Salute John Shaft 13339. My brother had an elite. He had the book with the big backpack on the back, bro. Yeah. He had the big shit with the backpack on the back. They stole it in the parking lot. But he had that joint. He used to do that's when he was doing custodian work. That's when we had the VCR when it first popped off. We had the cable. You know what I'm saying? We had cable in the crib. So it was a good time. You know what I'm saying? My brother had he had bought the scooter. My older brother Nelson. Salute to him, man. At the big, you know what I'm saying? That was the ever, man. That's funny you said 80, 45 because that's what young boys was doing. Dudes want to ride scooters or ride them dirt bikes. But the scooters was popping because the elites was like mad big and they had the back thing you could put stuff in and all that. Yeah, facts. That's when my brother used to take me to White Castles off the Bruckner. That was like going on a world tour on that scooter from Manhattan to the Bruckner. Like this. So like, oh, you know what I'm saying? Definitely salute to everybody here, man. Hell yeah. So he was a normal kid like most of us. Scalesies, right? Wiffle ball, some of us. Shout out, rest in peace to my man Carlos Figueroa. I think his brother passed away. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to his, you know what I'm saying? Definitely shout out, you know what I'm saying? Send my condolences to his family, you know what I'm saying? The Figueroa family in Lexington Projects, East Harlem. Definitely, I played wiffle ball with them, you know what I'm saying? I played stoop ball with them. I played sponge ball with them. I played football with them in the parking lot, in the projects, you know what I'm saying? Definitely salute to the Figueroa family in my projects, man. You know what I'm saying? I seen his brother pass away, you know what I'm saying? Mr. Biggs, East Harlem, no doubt, no doubt. Exactly, bro. We was kids playing skelsies. You know what I'm saying? Our generation seen the first WrestleMania. Come on, bro. We used to watch wrestling. Channel 9. We all got the same story, bro. Just like, and that's what I'm trying to get to. We all got the same story. We all got the same story, bro. He just made a mistake. The brother just made a mistake. That's all he did, bro. Karate flicks on the Saturday, remember? On Sundays? Saturday, karate. In the crib, Channel 5. After school, Woody Woodpecker. G.I. Joe. We used to fight for G.I. Joes. Remember, some of my men used to fight for that. I wasn't into I was playing baseball and all that, but my man is into G.I. Joes, the He-Mans and all that. You know what I mean? This is when we was pure kids. We thought stealing a bike from somebody, that was our first crimes, like, you know, mugging people. We had a vet, because remember Bernard Getz, that woke us up. Remember Bernard Getz, he tried to say some dudes tried to mug him and he shot him, so dudes got a little smarter. Like, wait a minute, we just can't run up on anything on the train. You know what I'm saying? The 18. We all grew up on a lot of us had no thrills. You know what I'm saying? We know that feeling, that sugar water. We've been there. Some of us pissed in the bed here and there. My mama ain't buy a brand new bed because you pissed in it. They just cleaned that shit up and say, you go back into the night. You have to get out that habit of pissing in the bed. We all been there before, bro. A lot of us been there before. We understand that. We all saw Jaws in the crib, you know what I mean? Exactly, Roddy Piper. So now we speak about a man who came from that and made a mistake. And now they gave him 133 years. Flip that over, bro. Come on, man. Kids, 19. Think about it. In 1992, okay, I'm 47. I was born in 1973. So in 1992, I was 19. You know what I'm saying? I was 19 years old. Same age as that man. I'm gonna tell you what's crazy. My man that danced. Shout out to my man Romy Rome. He went with the Ziggy dances, the Ziggy Mob. Remember that group Ziggy? Shout out to East Harlem. Shout out to the El Barrio. I remember I was locked up and I seen his cousin. His cousin was good people, man. Him and like 4 other dummies, they threw a homeless guy over the bridge on Ward's Island, allegedly. He been in jail. The last time I seen him was 1992. He been in jail for close to 30 years. Yeah. He been in jail since before 1992, bro. I seen son, you know what I'm saying? Like, damn, he made a mistake as a teen and been in jail ever since. They threw a homeless man in the East River. I remember when I seen son on the alley. He was like, yo, Zeke. Yo, I'm going to trial. Someone do this time on me. Yo, I'm like, damn, bro. That was crazy. Yo, what's popping? I was like, yo, that's crazy. That was crazy seeing that, man, 1992. You know what I'm saying? I seen my man when we won custody. And then my action about the shots to my man, no Tyshawn. You know what I'm saying? I seen him up, he been known for 30 years. Over 30 for a mistake as a teen. I mean, somebody died, we get it. But they was giving dudes that was literally smoking dudes boots. Hey, take this 5 to 15, go. Take this 6 to 12, go. That's before they started laying the law down on that second-degree manslaughter thing. After like 9-5, I can't say after, because that's might be in my comments, yo, 1994, this is when it's no. I know my man copped out to a 515 like a 9.5. I'm pretty sure other dudes get it, but I didn't see too many other dudes really getting that. But then I heard now they are giving dudes like 10 flats for bodies. You know what I'm saying? 12 flats for bodies. Depends on who you smoke. So they basically going back into that time. But at one point in time, they was really on some, let's get all the time we can get out of you. You know what I'm saying? It's crazy, man. It's a dirty game. Look at the guy from the Crown Heights riot. He stabbed the guy, killed him, beat it in the state, was chilling down south somewhere. They snatched him off the street because the family, young in front, the family kept, no, 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 no. He needs to be in the penitentiary. He did something else. But, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? He did something else, and he wanted to go into the penitentiary. He hit him with like 25 years for violating the guy's human rights. You know what I'm saying? That's what but that's when you have a family that's on your back. Like now, the big case, the Crown Heights the Crown Heights riots, and this got messy. You know what I'm saying? And up front, man, you know, you have many trials that was put on TV, but then we had the OJ trial. The OJ trial really changed some things. Then the Rodney, they seen the power of Rodney King riots that had the people losing their mind. Then they had to remember the riot that happened uptown in Washington Heights. That was a bad riot. Remember, they were losing their mind in New York. You know what I'm saying? So they had them years of those riots, and they had to try to clean it up with whoever we catch in a bad spot. We're gonna dust them off. That was the energy of that time. Like I told you, 19 years old, I called a fake sale. I'm going to say fake sale because I can say it now. I had nothing to do with why that man was on the corner doing what he was doing, not paying attention. You know what I'm saying? Yo, what up, Military Gangster? I was just chilling. My man actually do a favorite film, rest in peace. I should have, it was a simple no. But you know what's so funny, man? Me going to jail those 4 months might have saved my life, man. Because in the matter of me going for 4 months and I got out, the geographics of First Ave changed. It was definitely a fake sale. Because I ain't even make it. The only thing my man told son to do was when you get done with the pack, give him the money. I'm going to tell you how stupid I am, though. I'm in the middle of the D in Washington. Everybody in East Harlem, the party's called Washington, you got the D. Dude come back to me and go, yo, I got done with this. He said, I didn't get done with the pack, but I got this money for you. The money he gave to me, listen, he walked the money to me, passed me the mark money, then went back. Yo, no, I still got like 10 more to go. When he went back down across the street, I'm running my mouth into my niggas, talking this super rich. I remember my man, he laughed. He said, Zeke, you was talking this $1 million rich story. Listen, we about to take it to the blocks. We about to shut this down. Yo, I started stuttering. You know, I started drinking, back then I was drinking private stock. I was spitting all over the place. Niggas was like, Zeke, this is about this money talk, man. It's all about the money. But my man is upstairs. All in all, here's across the street putting the case together. You know what I'm saying? No. Yo, it was like this is crazy. The customer, the guy who was with my man, actually gave me the money and went back to the police like, yes, let's finish. So he basically walked them to me to show who I was. So what they was doing was they was putting out the case as they was booking me like, yeah, Green Army jacket, you watched him passing the money, he got the mark money, this is the bill, So now I'm walking, flapping my Green Army jacket around like I'm crazy. Yo, you thought I was DMX that day, before DMX. They said, TNT coming. Now, the back of my mind, because, you know, I was a little simple. Because only a simple person would not run when he had TNT. Everybody else is running. Man, I'm not running. I ain't do nothing. They came straight to me. Hey, that's him right there with the Green Army jacket. What? Hold on. Yo, I sat there and was like, are you serious? Exactly. That's exactly what they hit me with. The observation. I was giving them the work. Some dumb shit. Some shit they concocted to be a C felony. I said, this shit, these niggas that lost their mind. NYPD had me like this. So now, I'm sitting there looking puzzled. They got me and this stupid nigga together. So I think nothing of it. I'm thinking like, fucking me bagged. The one thing about TNT, when they bag you, they don't just take you straight to the precinct. So I had to sit at 6 other drug busts. That shit look crazy. I'm in the van watching other niggas get bagged. Like, oh, what? They're like, shut up. You watch it. I'm telling you, whoever got locked up by TNT, y'all know what I'm talking about. TNT will bring you to every fucking spot. And every spot they going to. I got bagged early in the day, so I'm watching mad dudes get bagged, son. I'm like, yo, this is crazy. So I'm still thinking like, they don't got me on nothing. I'm thinking, I think nothing other Mark money. Salute, Boogie Down. They take this is 1992. You got Mark money. What? You know what I'm saying? And that's when I became a Brooklyn nigga for 4 months. You know what I'm saying? Shit got crazy. It was a different time. Dudes was getting punched in their face, chased around. I was sitting around. Everybody was shootings and murders and cuttings. I was like, "Are you crazy? I'm here by default." You know what I'm saying? I mean, I was here by default. Like, huh? Like, how am I supposed to make it out of this shit? You know what I'm saying? But I did. The fiend ain't come back to court, and that was my outs. Salute. You know what I'm saying? Nigga, they had me hemmed up for like 5 hours. So I understand what the young G won't do. He get caught for a robbery that didn't happen. Cause basically he didn't get, whatever got booked is his word because they were. He got outside, started clap that, whatever clap out they said happened. Nobody get hit. They probably hit him with 30 charges. You know what I'm saying? Or you have a bum lawyer dealing with politics that's not. You gotta have a paid lawyer on cases like that. That can get things. Like you need Johnny Cochran on a case like that. You need somebody who cares. That's gonna really fight these motions, these Brady's, and this discovery. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, they brought me to the precinct on 34th. You know, to 134th Street, what's that, 132nd, 134th? Yeah, over there, I was tight on the floor eating McDonald's. I was like, what type of, I was just eating the steakhouse yesterday. Like, how am I going through this? Bendito. Like, how was I going through this? I'm telling you, 92 was a dirty time, man. And they wasn't trying to let me go. I was like, that got me over here. I'm like, oh, Lord, I got to fight now. I've been trying to avoid the Spofford thing, and I'm not good with my hands, and all I hear about taking sneakers and all this other crazy cutting, shoot 'em up, bang, bang. I was like, Bendito. I was praying to the Bendito God in the corner. Bendito, I'm sorry for all the crimes I've ever committed. God, you gotta get me out of this one, God. God, that bullpen therapy is a motherfucker. He's like, God, listen, God. This one is serious. You know what I'm saying? You know that God, that pray to God. This is serious. This is not for play. I need this favor. I don't ask you for much. You know what I'm saying? I may have asked you for some steak when my mother had no food stamps, but this is big. This is bigger than that. You know what I'm saying? This Rikers Island thing is real. You know what I'm saying? Because 2 guys got cut, God. 2 guys got cut. Talking about they're going to kill somebody, see each other. I haven't had a fight in 6 years. You know what I'm saying? Didn't happen, man. Only thing I knew was 4 months later, only thing I got out of that 4 months was the Book of Gods. You know what I'm saying? I learned a whole lot about Donald going to the Iceberg Slim, and I learned some new language like son and udine. You know what I'm saying? You hear me? And I knew one thing, how to slap an individual looking around in my book and shit. I learned that shit works. Salute to Roddy Radio. Definitely support Roddy Radio. He had a cook show, a wonderful cook show. Salute him, man. You know what I'm saying? And you start looking around and slapping nigga. That's that Brooklyn shit. So I'm looking around, yo, what is that? Bomb. You know what I'm saying? Slap nigga out of sneakers. Oh, I remember I tried that shit. Nigga beat me the fuck up. I'm like, yo, son, how that work for you, my nigga? How you slapped him, the garments come off. I slapped him, I had to wrestle with the nigga. Oh, yo, what you do? Hold on. You know what I'm saying? But that was that time, bro. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Now, I think Percy West is it, bro. I think Percy West deserves his freedom, bro. I think Percy. I think he deserves. I think he did his time for his crime, bro. Nobody died. You know what happens, bro? Nobody died. You might have shot a couple of cops. Ain't the first time somebody shot at a bunch of cops. You know, I think he deserves his freedom. I believe the man deserves his freedom, man. You know what I'm saying? He did 30 years. He grew up in jail. His mother, at least his mother get to see her still alive. They letting dudes out of jail that physically murdered dudes. You know what I'm saying? Like, God, you can get out of here. You know what I'm saying? That literally, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, basically what he's in jail for is, I'm gonna tell you, with a good lawyer. Well, they say he had the armed robbery. Depends on how many people, 4 or 5 of them. But how they normally do when they go to trial and see what they did with him was they didn't separate nothing. They kept 30 charges, so that's why he got all that time for. Yeah, he's definitely a whole different person now, man. He grew up in jail. Yeah, exactly. Because the years is different. There was no politics. There was no marching. There was no police. We're going against the police, so now the police can't play the victim. See, that's what happens when we allow people to play the victim, when the police can't be the victim. So now that, Shay Davis situation, they couldn't be the victim because police was bugging out at that point in time, stopping frisk, knocking on wrong doors, bodying people. It was crazy. It was crazy, man. Police knocking on the wrong door. Yeah, definitely for free Malik from Carver, man. The last time I seen Malik, I was on 9-9. Shout out to my man Hakeem, you know what I'm saying? I'm coming through 9-9. I seen some friction around the corner coming from a bar. It was Poodle, rest in peace, Poodle. You know what I'm saying? That's his man. They used to be together. Like Carver, I see him thing. I don't know what's coming from a bar on 100th Street. My man, he said his pops owned the bar. I see a lot of friction. I don't really know. I'm not trying to say anything. So I look across the street. I don't know what was wrong with me. I might have had, back then, what was I drinking? You talk about 1995. I might have had some Heinekens in me. I went across the street. I was staggering. Now I was drinking Bacardi too, so I was staggering like Hector Lavoe. I swung across the street. I swung. I don't even think they thought I swung. They just see me hit the floor. All I think I seen was I seen these dudes on my neck like this. Yo, what are you doing? You know what I'm saying? Like, I was like, oh. And they was like, yo, let him go. But that's the last time I seen Malik, though. That's crazy, though. Anytime after that I seen him, they would just look at me. You know what I'm saying? But that was, yeah. And it's funny because they couldn't even, Larry Davidson didn't even go to jail for shooting at the cops. He went to jail for a separate body. I was heading Laveau across the street like this. After singing Caliente. Shout out to my man, what's the other Vega guy? His band. What's the band name? Shout out to the band, man. The Mexican band. Not that Mexican band. His band. Shout out to Hector Lavoe and the band. We can't forget the band, man. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, son. Because jail will break you, man. He just had to maintain who he was. Because he knew deep in his heart, he just made a mistake. Now, what's the name of his band again? Boogie Down Bronx? What's the name of Hector Lavoe's band? The other one, the guy, when they had the movie, they separated, but he's big on that band scene. I forgot his son's name, man. He was, you know why? Because he knew in his heart he made a mistake. He accepted the mistake he made. That's why he didn't go crazy. He accepted the mistake he made. He just got too much time for that mistake. He only went to trial with that because they was offering him probably 30 years. You know what I'm saying? Imagine 1930. I'm not doing 30. That's 45 years I get out. But he went out living the 30 years. You don't see that far. He made a mistake, man. He like, damn, I made a simple mistake. And once you accept in your heart why your consequences, you don't lose your mind. You only lose your mind when you try to deflect from your reality. And then you become that reality of fantasy and lies. And then you become the victim of the situation. He's not the victim. Y'all just gave me way too much time, even on the cop out. And they didn't offer him a dime. He would have probably took the dime. You know what I'm saying? And that's all it is. That's why he ain't pop pills yet, lose his mind. Because dudes that pop pills still want to believe in an illusion. I didn't do nothing. I just happened to be there. Let me tell you something, man. My man, right? I love my man to death. I love him to death. I love him. I love him for all that I love my man for. A good friend of mine. He did a crime with somebody, right? They got caught. He wasn't the actual person that put that painting. Now, he went to trial, but they probably offered him 1,000,000 years. That's what he was like. He only went to trial because they probably said 500 years. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to go all the way. You know what I'm saying? Some dudes, when you're 19 years old, you ain't trying to take 30 off the rip and nobody died. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Dudes ain't trying to get that much time, man. You know what I'm saying? I just ain't ready to get that much time, man. I remember I locked up this kid from Brownsville. You probably know him. Some crazy shit happened in Van Dyke. And I guess his robbery went wrong in the early 90s. And they snatched him up for a homie. Snatched him crazy. Come here, stupid. You got you for questioning 3 bodies. He was like, the nigga fell out. He came back from a police lineup. He fell out. Oh, Lord. He said, yo. They pointed me out for 3 bodies. I said, oh. He was, you know what I'm saying? Yep, Willie Rubin. Yep, Willie. Yep, Neglon Rubin. Yep, Blades. Yep, Willie. Yep. That's his man, you know what I'm saying? Shout out to hit the LeVoe. That was our trap music in the patio, you know what I'm saying? Every shout out to Johan and them, you know what I'm saying? We got our Puerto Rican on. You know what I'm saying? The Cheeto had the spot on 117th. The Black Panthers on the wall and all this shit. Like, you don't know nothing about that. You know nothing about that. You know, yeah, Willie Cajon. Definitely shout out to Willie Cologne, you know what I'm saying? So, you don't see, get your Puerto Rican on. You got, that's what to do is this. Some old guys have the white suits on. When you see Papa with the white suit on, with the white hat to the sides, you knew he was Pluglito or he knew Pluglito. He was either into cars or the game. The OGs with the white hat on, you know what I'm saying? Oh, yeah, get the touch too. That's that band stuff. Come on, I'm from the barrio, you know what I'm saying? I'm from the barrio, you know what I'm saying? Whereby like this. Definitely Puerto Rican Day Parade weekend. It's like being in Puerto Rico, man. Imagine Puerto Rican Day Parade weekend in 1980. Y'all know the feel. That the bongos outside. Getting that on, that salsa on. You know what I'm saying? They're getting that salsa on. That's when Bobby come out, Little Beto come out. You know what I'm saying? Big Hector, Little Hector. Niggas, dudes ain't see Little Beto in the last 30 years. He reemerged. You know what I'm saying? This is when the Puerto Ricans come out from the Himalayas. They fly them out from, I don't know where they be at. They come back with they tight suits on with them bongos. They hit the parks with 30. One thing about them old Puerto Rican niggas, they keep them slims on them. Old niggas, they keep a dirty 32 on them, a 4-5. I wish you niggas would. You know what I'm saying? They look around all crazy. That's what I'm saying. That's the era we grew up in. Like, we knew not to play with Bobby, because Bobby was a dangerous individual. He kept a Doberman Pinscher and a dirty 38 on him. You know what I'm saying? We gotta let that thing go off. Harlem in the building, man. Definitely shout out to the whole West Side, man. That was shout out to the whole Jeff Mob, Jefferson Projects, you know what I'm saying? Rock City, yo, in the building. Yo, I see something dope yesterday, though, man. I like to say it's great for the culture. There's a battle going on between DJ Chill, Will from the East Side, and DJ Demo. And what I like with Test Move, I believe it's March 27th, and DJ Demo's involved. Test Move and K Slade pulled up. They took a Photoshop together. That's dope. That's dope for the support, because that's what we do. We're supposed to support each other. That's the generation we come from. When I seen you getting money, I shout you out. I didn't sit and go, yo, he getting money, he acting funny. That wasn't a conversation. He get his money, I get my money my way. He get his money his way. Now, if we can meet halfway on an idea, that's great. But I'm not going to be sitting around calling him every day when I play corny jokes. I ain't got time for it. I got my own lane I'm trying to recreate. You know what I'm saying? Definitely shout out to that whole flick. See, I can support that. Something else I seen that was dope, right? I hope it's 4 or 5. I saw on camera. I had a conversation yesterday. Great. It's great for the people. The only beef you had was a social media beef. Now, something that Hocus said that, you know, people gotta understand, be mindful. The big homies you look up to, there's people that has passed away over the years. They're victims, allegedly. You know what I'm saying? So you have to keep mindful that that the victims, peoples might speak out differently about how you may look up to your big homie. And though you want somebody to praise your big homie as God, they still give the big homie the accolades he deserves. But same way here. Kato was my man. Kato was a good friend of mine. You know what I'm saying? I know Kato. You know what I'm saying? I went to his grandmother's house. I know his family. I know his cousins. I know, like, I was in his house. We went to school together. We used to go break out from school. Yo, what's up? Coming to the west side. Me, him, and Lacey from Lincoln Terrace. From Lennox Terrace, my bad, Lennox Terrace. You know what I'm saying? So I said, Kato was my man. So when I heard that he got assassinated on 125th Street, I'm going to look at it differently than how somebody, so if I say, fuck Pete, you know what I'm saying? I can say that, you know what I'm saying? You hear me? You know what I mean? But I'm not going to say fuck Pete because this is what comes with the game, man. You know, I've learned to accept shit that comes with the game. And what comes with the game is every action has a reaction. Rest in peace to all parties involved. And free Pete. Rest in peace to the twin. Rest in peace to, you know what I'm saying? Rest in peace to Kato. Free Pete. You know what I'm saying? And that's how you break that math down. I know a lot of people. This happened to be, I know a lot of people. Not because I was in jail, because I was in the street. I just like to move around. I went to school with people. That's the whole thing about going to school, not in your neighborhood. You meet new people every day. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Norman Thomas, though. He was getting busy. Shout out to Wiggs and all that. You heard Big Vito from 8K and all that. You know what I'm saying? And Team Smokes in the building, man. So this is what we doing, man. You know what I'm saying? That's what we doing. What type of time we on, man? So it's not. So I definitely respect that, but you have to respect. Sometimes we should respect other people for the way they feel about things. Now you respect your big homie. I get it. We understand it, but it's also Washington Irving. It was crazy. Remember, Washington Irving was wild. It was wild. 14th Street was crazy. You right, bro. 14th Street was crazy. 14th Street, you had to pop. Remember? These steps were always bound up on 14th Street for some weird reason, but it made sense. The L train, you know what I'm saying? L train leads you to Brooklyn. L train gets you to the G train. G train gets you to the Star. You know what I'm saying? You hear me? I begin to learn how the city moves. You know what I'm saying? A train gets you straight to where you need to go. You know that red line gets you straight to Brownsville and Crown Heights, and y'all Brooklyn dudes know your traffic. Like, shout out to my man Rod Clip. He went to Park West. You know what I'm saying? Hell yeah, we here. What's the flavor? Remember that? What's the flavor? You know what I'm saying? They money robbed me for my bus pass. I was still mad about that shit. Still mad. Because New York's public school district sucks. They take your bus pass. You gotta commit crimes for the next 30 days because some dudes from Brooklyn couldn't take nothing else but your bus pass. But I'm not gonna lie to you. They had them big raises and them big axes, so there was not too much resistance. You know what I'm saying? I mean, you can't resist for so long. You know what I'm saying? So I learned not to be at certain train stops, like 4th and Broadway. You know what I'm saying? No, not 4th and Broadway. Broadway, Lafayette, never. Definitely 14th Street. And definitely stay off the red and blue lines after school. Park West, anything from Martin Luther King Jr. High School down was crazy. I had to hop the train like a superstar. I was a gymnast at hopping the train, bro. Julio Ortiz is in the building. Remember them baby axes? I was doing backflips like this. I was like the Karate Kid. I was naturally trained to hop the train. You know what I'm saying? You hear me? Now, everything we're talking about is the same thing that D.I. went through. Mr. Percy. You know what I'm saying? Everything we're talking about, we can sit him down. He went through the same experience, bro. He don't deserve that much time. He just made a mistake. His mistake just had him shoot at a bunch of cops. So now they feel, it's politically motivated. Knock some charges down. Let that man go home, bro. Let's stop this, man. Criminal injustice, man. You know what I'm saying? We say free everybody else, free him, man. Look, everything we talking about, he been through. How many times you have to do a backflip over the turnstile to get to school? You know what I'm saying? How many times? How many times you have to run across, do a backflip, or someone saw hit the floor? Oh, shit. You know what I'm saying? Come on, man. We do this for the people, man. That's what we do this for. We do this for the people of us, both black and Latinos, man. Irish, Italians. We all grew up in the hoods together, man. Jewish. We grew up in certain communities together, man. Asians. You know what I'm saying? Mexicans, South Americans, Central Americans. Come on, man. You know what I'm saying? The West Indians, we grew up together. We had to learn to live together. Had to learn to love each other. Had to take time out to learn our cultures to grow, man. We're allowing this media to just set us at the wrong pace. You know what I'm saying? This media is destroying the people sometimes, man. Come on, man. So let's use the media for the right thing. NYPD, y'all have done things over the years, right? That people have forgiven y'all for publicly, right? Right? Okay, we gave somebody 10 million, but y'all ain't convict the cop. Right? So, no, why don't y'all do that and go, you know what, this Percy guy, man, maybe we was always overzealous on this case. He did 30 years, man. No, but y'all want to keep him as a prize from that time. He was a prize conviction in 1992. I know what that was. We was going at it with David Dinkins, a black mayor, an African-American mayor, and he was our prize. He made a mistake, and we made an example of him. And that DA, Hines, at that time in Brooklyn, who was a piece of crap, allowed that conviction to stand. It's time to stand up for that man. So what you got to do, you got to accidentally kill somebody. So basically, if you just smoke the cop, he might be out because the cop that actually probably interrogated him was a legal cop. Let's get back to this, man. He ain't know no better about being it out, but they had him for questioning. Everything was illegal. Think about this, right? And I'm gonna keep it funky with you, right? How can you write a proclamation, allegation, temptation if they're saying the average slave couldn't read? So how can we understand about us being free if we didn't know how to read? But a handful of us. So how are we going to expect a man that's 19 years old to understand the law and wording of the law and the games that they play in the law? Let's think about this. In 18-something, when they said the slaves is free, here's your paperwork, you free. How can you give somebody something that they can't understand? You know what I'm saying? How can you give somebody that they can't understand? Because according to their records, the average slave wasn't allowed to learn how to read. So you're not going to sit and tell me there's a whole plantation full of people that just comprehended and knew what was going on, and it was allowing a bunch of people with guns to control them. No, that's not the case, man. So we can't assume in 1992 a kid that came with the same blocks as us, we wasn't having law. When was the last time we sat in the lobbies talk about the law? Yo, for a body, you're going to get, that's 102.5. Only thing we said was get caught, don't tell. We didn't break down the penal law. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? Was y'all having penal law conversations in your lobby in 1991? You know what I'm saying? In 1992, 1989, was you having penal law conversations? Like, was y'all breaking down the whole penal law? Like, yo, this is a third-degree sale. You know what I'm saying? We learned that shit as we went. Some of us didn't know what a controlled substance was, so we got caught. I thought crack was crack, so I got caught. They said, no, your charge is a controlled substance. What the fuck is that? I'm not here for that. I'm here for selling crack. No, that is crack. Fuck my head up. So you understand what I'm saying? Just like the Central Park Five, how they maneuvered and swoozed them. and beat them in the head and make them convince and tell each other and tell stories. And all you gotta do is, I was there. Oh, yeah, I was there, but I didn't do it. Boom, okay, got you too stupid. Boom, but then when you go to trial, you'll blow. But what they do is they go at your character. One thing I learned from Johnny Cochran and even some of these YouTubers, they go at your character. So the public that they're speaking to, which are the suburbians, the middle class, the intelligent, they shoot at your character, hoping that these people don't follow you or listen to you. You know what I'm saying? So what happens is, as you watch, right? They shoot at his character. Oh, kid from Brooklyn, blah, blah, boom. Who knows about the parents? Who know about, when he was 14 years old, he did this, even though they can't bring that up. When you have a bullshit lawyer who ain't going to fight for you, he's not going to go. You know what I'm saying? So what happens now in DI case, this is what happens. So now only thing he has to wish on is God. They didn't paint this picture for him. You know what I'm saying? They didn't paint the negative picture on him. But how many times have we seen that lately? How many times? How many times have we seen this again? The intelligent ones that be on the internet, right? They shoot at what they deem is dumb. Look, he ain't use the word right, or he ain't say that right, or he ain't say that right. Yo, look at him. Look at his face. Look at this. Look at that. And they're talking to a specific crowd. They're not talking to the hood. They're talking to the specific crowd that's going to cheer them on. Like, yeah, you're right. Look at that guy. And then you wonder why, when we had these juries, people go, guilty. Why? Because they own people before they guilty. They own people. No matter who's on the jury. They own people for that they guilty. So why should I sit here and fight for that man's freedom if she should have talked about, man, listen, man, people like him is the reason why I moved away to Long Island somewhere. You know what I'm saying? I'm telling you, man. So for us to get better as a people, let's stop focusing on each other's characters and understand we all come from the same flaws. A lot of us, out of 20%, there might be 1% that might have had it better than anybody else. We all come from sugar water. We all come from John peeing in the bed. We all come from a mother that was sniffing coke, that was young. You all come from a mother that was drinking. Some of us come from a mother that was shooting dope. How many times y'all niggas came home from school and the party, by the time we got to the crib, the party was popping. Now think about when you was 19 years old, when your kids came home from school, how many times was you smoking and drinking? Blasting music. Same thing, right? You know what I'm saying? A lot of us grew up in the same struggles, man. And let's understand the struggles that we come from. It's not about me using big words like coward, integrity, insulin, penicillin, dentalin. It doesn't matter about that. Because that's what these intelligence guys do now. Now when you check them, they come at you with these 48 laws of power words. Dentalin, penicillin, coward, you sucker. Because I'm telling you something that's reality, bro. It's just sometimes keeping it real. Like my man used to tell me, man, it keeps nothing to keep it real. A long conversation, I walk away. Listen, yo, son, why you did what you did? Yo, because boom, boom, boom. I gotta walk away from you. Here go the long story. Get to the point. Listen, man, it was more lucrative. I ain't say no more. My nigga, I'll fuck with you. Just when you get your shit together, get your mind right, come holler at me, man. Don't tell niggas my business. Know what I'm saying? Shout out to Mount Haven Peace. Know what I'm saying? You dudes got to stop this long conversation thing. That's something you learned in the Mars Jid up north. That's something you learned at ASAT up north. There's no way you could control a yard in jail and come home in the streets and collapse because it's the mental state, man. You have to understand, once you deal with your reality, deal with your mistakes, man, you can grow, man. Yo, when I see Mikey B, man, when I see him do what he doing, man, Because he's realized whatever he went to jail for, he's accepted that. He's accepted that responsibility. He's found no excuse in whatever he did. He has found no excuse in whatever he went to jail for. So now he's outside and I'm free and I can live my life because I've accepted this. I'm not blaming I did this because of that. I understood what I signed up for. Percy has done that. And it seems to be that we got to have some lawyer out there fight those charges to free that man. Nobody died, man. How many times you robbed somebody? You ain't killed nobody. It's, hey, just give me your money. Allegedly, you know what I'm saying? I'm not on my Brooklyn shit, you know what I'm saying? Definitely rest in peace, Gigi from 132 from Farmers Boulevard, you heard? You know what I mean? Y'all might not know who D.I. is because y'all probably heard of him probably in the street, man. Just imagine that. You 19 years old, been in jail for over 30 years. Shout out to the kid in Schenectady, man. The kid in Schenectady. He got like 40-something years. The guard is Connect. The young boy. Yeah, he's villains. I think they killed the pizza guy, something crazy like that. Something crazy. Come on, bro. Mama gonna die before he come home, man. For a simple mistake. There's kids that make mistakes. We all make mistakes. What saved us was the type of crime we was into. Because if we wasn't doing this, you'd have been doing this. Come here, stupid. Come here, dummy. Come here. Come here. You know what I'm saying? Don't turn into a homicide. If he wasn't into this, he wasn't into that. Then we can't forget about the drug culture. What you think, drug culture started with these young boys? The drug culture been around. We seen dudes that started sniffing coke and, you know, smoking woos and Zubang, you know, the dust with the coke. And, you know, when they couldn't get high, they picked their guns up. Come here, stupid. Give me anything you got. And some dudes want to resist, and they became victims, and that became a lot of dudes' bids. When you hear a guy, yo, he went to jail for an 8-ball jacket. What? He was high. He wanted to get high. He ain't care. That demon, that get high back in the days is why a lot of dudes got started getting caught up. Because the money wasn't coming like that. The game changed. Bosses changed. So now you was able to mash out high with getting money. Now you can't mash out high with getting money. You got to resort to that gun, that istu. Not saying that everybody that was putting that istu was getting high, but a lot I knew was getting high. You know what I'm saying? You know, it just had part of the game, man. You know, free fire. You know what I'm saying? Definitely free fire, my nigga, my guy Fire from Douglas Projects, man. You know what I'm saying? Definitely shout out to the whole Brooklyn, Albany Projects. You know, Crown Heights, you know, Kingsborough. You heard? Be right back. Yeah, hold on 1 second. I'm about to call my man. You know know what I'm saying? I especially appreciate everybody that's in the chat. You know what I'm saying? We need this information, man. I'm gonna see if he answers, man. Let's give him a chance. Hold on 1 second, man. Yeah, mass incarceration was a dangerous thing, man. And, you know, you can't judge people from their mistakes, man. He was just like us, bro. Everything we said hit right on. See, you know what I'm saying? Oh, yeah, it's not a game, man. It's not a game. I'm just a little more conservative with my thing. Hold on 1 second, brother.
Man, about to pull over too, man, to Paul driving. Yeah, man. I see you.
Battery 100%.
Yeah, I want to ask you a question. Like 9-2 was crazy, wasn't it? This is what you jacking on the phone. Wasn't 9-2 crazy?
Did you watch the ABC morning show with the old timer that just came home doing 68 years straight?
No, I didn't see that, man.
Yeah, man. I think everybody need to tune into that. It's the ABC morning show that just came out. It's a short documentary on an ex-prisoner, ex-convict that was sentenced to life in jail. You understand? At the age of 15. But this was in 1950 something. You hear me? And he just was released last week, 2021, 16 years straight. You understand? And that was due to the fact of the court system. You know, the juvenile, you know, the court system, you know, they got these laws that they've been placing on juveniles for decades. You understand? And a lot of brothers is caught up in that. You know, I was one. You know, I did 7.5 years.
Yeah.
You understand? So, you know, to the brothers that's, you know, locked down, they got, you know, a lot of years, they got life. Never give up on them brothers, man. Never give up on them brothers, man. Never. You know, I got 2 brothers right now that's been locked up since the age of 16, you know? And they pushing 30 years in. 30 years in. You hear me? They both from Coney Island. You understand? And you know, I keep them in my mind every day. You know, I haven't been in contact in a few years, but you know, they know I'm around and all that. You know, I pop up when I need to pop up.
Yo, you know what's crazy, man, is the mass incarceration generation. Is the reason why it was special for me to call you tonight, because we had a show on that a couple of weeks ago when we spoke about the mass incarceration era. And in 1992, it's weird because TNT was booking us, remember? But
exactly, we had TNT. That's one.
Mm-hmm.
We had Transit. That's 2.
Yeah.
We had NYPD. That was separate.
Yeah.
Certain projects had security enforcement placed as police as well.
Yeah.
You know, especially where I'm from. You know, we had certain projects that had security that was placed as police. You know, and Coney Island was the main hub for transit for back in the day. You understand?
Yeah.
That was the main base for transit for the transit cops.
Mm-hmm.
You know.
Mm-hmm.
Same thing when they had the truancy. Like they got the truancy for school. You know, they got the truancy for school. Back in the day, they acted more as cops too. Back in the day, you know. So a lot of the areas is different. You know, back in the early '90s, you could walk through projects without your ID. You understand?
Wow.
And then later,
that's important.
Later on, it changed because if you was committing crimes on housing turf and you was on a lease, it affected you, but it affected your household as well. So that law came in probably like 1995.
Bingo. Yeah, I remember that.
They came in 1995 because that affected me. You understand? Affected my household. So I had to understand if I had to do crime, you understand? Because I chose,
Eric Harris, salute. He donated $5. You know what I'm saying? Salute
you
to the
understand?
super
Because
chat.
I chose to do crime. You understand? When I
Yeah.
was young, you understand? I didn't do things because um my parents was there. My parents was there. You know, my father built half of Coney Island. You
Wow.
understand? So, me growing up, you know, I was more into protecting the hood. You
Yeah.
understand? You know, being respectful to the elders, protecting the elders as well.
Now hold
You
on a
understand?
second before you finish. Let people know how they can contact you. What's your jacking podcast? What's your jacking?
Yeah, if anybody wanna contact me on IG, you can holler at me on Witch Jacket TV Talkcast. That's one. If you want to go to my personal page, you can holler at me at Witch Jacket TV Direct. If you want for us promotional music, fashion, health, workout tips, entrepreneurship, local bars, you know, health. You understand like that? That nature, books, magazines. You can find me on Witch Jacket TV Music Promotion. Yeah. And I just did an interview tonight too. Yeah. So anybody
That's a
want to
good
check a
thing.
few interviews with the upcoming artists of today? Y'all can look at the page. I don't accept fake accounts, so you gotta have a real account and everything like that. So
Facts.
everything good on my end. You know what I mean? So I want to give a shout out to Zeke and his wife as well.
Yeah.
Let me on the show tonight calling in. But I'm glad you brought this up because
Listen, you don't have this
this is going on
conversation.
right now. You understand?
Yo, it's crazy because I remember when I got locked up in my projects in '95, and they asked me where I lived. I had an Albany ID because that's where I just came back to New York. I was in Albany. My
Yeah.
man gave me the G call. I called my man on the corner phone. He said, "Zeke, get back here." I said, "Bro, it's $1 million allegedly." What? Get back. Hopped on the Greyhound. Was back in town. So when I got caught in my projects for that, this is a dummy. Yo, the sale I caught this one, the second one. The first one was a fake one, but the second one, guess what I got? Guess what I got caught by, bro? You hear me?
What?
A
The
rookie
beat
beat
walkers.
walker. So they got 2 after 5 out of me for that one. You know what I'm saying? But when they bagged me, they had my ID. So I knew I couldn't give the crib. So they said, "Yo, where you live at? You live in these projects or you live on this address?" And I said, "I live in that address." And that was 120 Lawn Avenue, Albany, New York. Boom. So they put that address. Because I did that, my mom's never got fucked with by housing, bro. You hear me?
Yeah.
So they said, what are you doing here?" I said, "Yo, I'm just a wanderer." You hear me? I just happen to be out here. You know what I'm saying? You hear me?
Yeah.
But had I gave that building number, my mom's would have got evicted. Rest in peace, her soul, man. You know what I'm saying? I was like, nah, I live in Albany, New York. You know what I'm saying? But
Zeke,
huh?
let me call you back. 'Cause I'm about to go in my building real quick. I'll call you right back.
Hit me. You know what I'm saying?
All
Call ended.
Because in '95, when I caught the sale, you know what I'm saying? I just came back to town. Like, I just came back February. My man was like, "Yo, $1 million allegedly." I said, "Zeke." Start talking Spanish to me. I'm like, "Yeah, get boss. Yeah, get, see. Get, I die." You know what I'm saying? And I came back. And he ain't lying. It was $1 million. You know what I'm saying? It was, you know what I'm saying? I was like, "Oh, we back." And I got caught. And you know what I'm saying? And this is what I mean about just using common sense, right? The idea I had was Albany, New York, because I was in Albany. And I used that address. And it was like, "Oh, you from Albany?" And that worked. Boom. My mom's never got in trouble, man. That was real, man. You know what I'm saying? I think and I believe that in times like this, it's this information, man. I was 19, young and dumb too. But 1985, I wasn't 19, but I was young and dumb at 19, man. I remember I got out of jail. Let me tell you what I did. I didn't learn nothing. I came home from jail. I got fresh. My brother went and bought me. My brother, rest in peace, he bought me some baby blue and white uptowns with a champion. No, not champion. You remember the Columbia rain suits? that was popping back then. The Columbia rain suits. He bought me some cow. He bought me a whole get up, 2 pairs of sneakers. Boom, 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 boom. The first day out, we had the baby blue uptowns with the straps. We went to Club Emerald City. You know what I'm saying? I'm in there like this. With my man. Shout out to my man Wiggs and all of them. You know what I'm saying? He's definitely Wiggs from Washington, man. Official. Now, and I'm not saying official because I'm trying to convince you he's official. He's just official. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, what you jacking his back. So, that's, I was thinking about how I went there. Back in the building, man. Like I said, man, 92 was crazy.
Saying, man, the ID back in the day, yo, man, that thing, man, it got worse, man, because it was due to crime. You understand?
Yes.
It was due to crime, man, and the housing system was not allowing that.
Keep talking to the people.
You understand? They came up with this law. If you did crime on housing turf, you understand? It affect you. You understand? Not the household no more. You understand? You got to stand up for that. You feel me? Yeah. So, a lot of things don't stop on that. So that's why now, for those that's incarcerated, they got to come home. They got to do a background check before they come home, and if they want to get parole to anything that's under housing or NYCHA, they got to get approval. You understand? Through NYCHA or housing. It's not just going through getting approval from the family that you're going to be paroled to. You got to get approval now from housing and NYCHA. So it do take some time. You understand? And right now, a lot of people, they're still locked up. Those that's coming home for short days. Yeah. You got to sit here. You got to think before you come home. It's all about it's all about having a place to stay.
Osborne House. They have programs, and that's real what you just said right there. Because I'm gonna tell you what's crazy, right? When I came home this time, the last time, because my pop's wife passed away, and I was up north. So my pops is like, my pops is already like in his 70s. So I'm like, you know what? He was good, but he told us, I'm gonna come to the Bronx, I'm gonna hold you down and whatever. You know what I'm saying? So when I came, the only reason why they let me parole to his crib is because he owned the crib, bro. But half of Co-op City is through HUD. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly.
So if he didn't own the crib, like say he went through like a program to get in that building, then I'd have had to go through the shelter system, bro. I'd have had to go through Valentine or some type of shelter system, bro.
They go by the whole building, right?
Huh?
The tenants in the building, they work together in co-op.
Yeah, but if you, like say for instance, if you own your apartment, they can't mess with you. You know what I'm saying? They can't tell you who can live and who can't live. But, here go the scheme to things. You can't be a felon on the documents because they get funded by HUD. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly. I told you. Mm-hmm.
So even if you live in Co-op City with somebody and they want to lead a crib to you, if you a felon, they got to have a hearing and you got to let HUD dictate because HUD donates like $200 million a year to Co-op City. That's the scheme to that. So if you want to inherit an apartment, you got to have that 10-year waiver. The only way you get around that is the 10-year waiver of the disability relief. Exactly. I found now when we're having this conversation is a lot of y'all may not know. It's not that a lot of your people, y'all think family members act funny with y'all when it comes to head of states. But what happens is I found this out the hard way. You know what I mean? When my father passed away, I couldn't become his head of state because I was a felon. So they had to make somebody. So what they go off of is wherever he sends their money to, compared to an estate. You know what I'm saying? So, prime example, if they don't say they send the money to Uncle L or Uncle P, that money just goes with the system because you can't be the head of state if you're a felon. So a lot of you felons, clear your felonies up for your, you know what I'm saying, with your peoples. You know what I'm saying? Because if you don't clear them up with that disability relief, That's the only way you get around it is discipline
And
to relief.
the only way you're gonna get around that, you got to stay out of trouble for
Like 10
you got to
years,
stay
right?
out of trouble for at least 7 to 10 years.
7 to 10 years. You know what I'm saying?
You
So
understand? You can
listen,
apply
listen to that.
for that. You get your license, your gun license. You can apply for government jobs and everything. You feel
Yes.
me? But
Yes.
another thing I want to say is too,
Oh shit, I could do that.
for those that's locked up, you know what I'm saying? I'm pretty sure they listen to our talks, podcasts and everything like that. For those that's locked up, they got vocational, training in there and everything like that. Programs. These are things that is out here right now. HUD and nature is putting out. You understand?
Yeah.
So for those in the street, y'all have to look around. Okay, ain't no jobs around. You better see this, right? Like eat hard on West Side.
Can't hear you. You gotta get a better spot. You gotta get a better spot, Jackie. You get a better spot. It's a lot of remixing going on.
Information about jobs, construction. This is for housing and nature. You understand?
Yeah.
So for those that's coming home, you understand, we already got the programs in jail, vocational training and everything like that.
Yeah.
The things that you need for you understand? All you need is to work on a place as far as being a home. You understand? As far as to live.
Hey, you know what's funny you said that?
Shelter, but
it's a start.
Listen, so those who know to move, militant, and stay away from negativity, know how to mind yourself, and know how to do and get out. Know what I mean? The shelter. Hey, then the shelter's free. You know what you got to do.
You gotta do. When you want to become the big homie, not the big homie, but the big goon of the shelter, that means that you're okay with those conditions, and if that don't work, you're willing to go back to jail. That's the difference.
That's a thing too.
You see those dudes that's okay with that. They want to control the TV in the shelter because they ready to go. Because their whole thing is, if I fail out here, I'm on go for my next 20. You know what I'm saying? You hear me? And that's just what it is. Now the shelter.
I want to say this too, because I was homeless. You understand? I was the whole 18 homeless. I've been to them shelters. I went in there and was like, oh man, I'm gonna sit here. I probably hurt somebody, or somebody hurt me. You understand? So I had to deal with things on a different route. You feel me? So, for those who don't have a plan, I turned 42 yesterday.
Happy birthday!
So
happy
right
birthday.
now, man, right now I'm over here, planning for my next, for my daughter, what I'm gonna do. So I got to make things happen now. You understand? Cause time don't wait for nothing.
Yeah,
time don't wait for nobody. You understand?
Time don't stop for nobody. And you know what's so deep? What you just said is that for all you that got your pride, right? I'm gonna be honest with you, right? When I got locked up, I had money. I ain't gonna lie to you. I had bread. I had two choices. I could have went back to the town I was in, or thug out with Pop Duke. I said, you know what? I'm gonna thug it out with Pop Duke. The first time in my life that I lived with him over a year, because everything else was I moved to Manhattan when I was a kid after 5 years, right?
Mm-hmm.
And what I would say is that we do need to humble ourselves when it comes to a family member that's going to allow you to come home and not be the boss you thought you was before you went. Because when I learned that was I learned gratitude and to be humble, man. I learned to be humble, man. Because
big time. I'm glad you brought that up.
I learned that to be humble.
What? Jail calmed me down. I mean, I learned about so much body language, tactic, sneakiness. I'm talking about, I'm talking about respect. You understand? Yeah. Respect was the main thing. You understand? All that, yo, nigga this, nigga that, and your pants sagging. Nah, not in the early 90s.
That wasn't the talk. You couldn't do that. It was too
Nah,
much
you wasn't doing
righteousness.
that.
It was too
You
much
wasn't doing that.
righteousness.
You wasn't doing that. You wasn't walking on yards with your pants sagging your ass out. Nah, you might be doing that shit now. You understand part of my language, but nah, it was different. It was all about respect. You understand? Same thing you were saying about the era with the gods. You know what I mean? Ghost and Ray and Woo. That's what I came up on. You
You came
understand?
up on
I
that.
came
You
up on
did.
I came up on the Mall Deep. I came up on the MOP. I was raised by them. Streets. You understand? I had to learn to protect my hood, protect the elders.
Yo, you know what's funny?
That's where I
I'm
came up from.
gonna tell you what's so funny, right? Because you know I fuck with Jay, but Jay-Z tried to clown Prodigy, rest in peace, Prodigy, about wearing that shit he wore. Remember that time the Cinderella thing, the ballet thing. Remember that?
Should we clamp? Should we clamp people for wearing no
Nah,
earrings?
nah. I'm gonna tell you. But let me tell you some shit though. But Prodigy, rest in peace to Prodigy, he was always into that type of, that game of life. So this is what happens in New York when you don't go to LaGuardia High School that Nicki Minaj went to. Which some of y'all know.
Arts and crafts.
You go to art and design. So
Exactly.
art and design was the second school he went to. Art and design is like second to that school when it comes to the arts. So he wasn't an artist. He was into that type of art. So think about this. Prodigy still made it into the hip hop industry. So he really did make it into the industry just through rapping. But he only had it mastered with all the ballet and stuff. You understand what I'm saying?
Tupac. A lot of people ain't know that.
Yeah, he went to school for that.
Tupac went to school for that. Him and Jada Pinkett. They was into ballerina. It was into art.
Art. That's art. You know who went? You want to know who went to art and design? Illa G. Illa G went there. Havoc went there.
They think art is music. Nah.
Yes, all that art
things.
stuff and the the picture stuff and the portfolio stuff. Like I'm gonna be honest with you, my man Felix went to I met Yusuf Salam, Chicago 5, at LaGuardia High School. He's part of a group called Public Ebony. One thing I can say about Yusuf Salam was he was always conscious. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? Like he was with the black, he had the black, green. He was popular though. He was popular in the school, but he went to LaGuardia High School. LaGuardia High School, New York City, is called a specialized high school. Like Stuyvesant, Bronx Science, Brooklyn Tech. That's LaGuardia. So think about this. If Prodigy didn't make LaGuardia, he went to the second best. Art and design. You know what I'm saying? You know what I
mean? He was into fashion too.
Yeah. That's why he was into that. You know what I'm saying? Like, we're talking about what New York was. When you went to Westinghouse, you really went there to learn how to play with steel. Westinghouse.
That's downtown Brooklyn.
Yeah, he was a sucker for that. Because when he did that, he didn't really pick up the pace but he got a record deal. Like, whatever arts he was into, it worked for him, you know what I'm saying? Because he got platinum records. So maybe the ballet didn't work for him, but he made it in that industry. That's the only thing I say Jay went wrong at. He tried to clown a man for something that he actually succeeded in.
For his talent.
He succeeded in his talent, bro. You know what I'm saying? He just was rapping. Yeah, you got to understand, right? The first time I seen P in him, rest in peace, Prodigy. My man Sonny went to school with them in art and design. And they had a little beef. Some Brooklyn cats. Always some Brooklyn cats. And it got crazy. We popped whatever. Boom. And that's the first time I ever met, Havoc and Prodigy. But they was from Queensbridge. They didn't have a record deal.
But don't forget, they had relationships. They had ties with people from Brooklyn. People like Illa G. You understand?
I'm gonna tell you. I'm trying to tell you, Illa G. Yo, I'm gonna tell you how crazy this is, right? 1989, 88, 89. Illa G used to be on my block in East Harlem with my man Sonny. They had a crew called the Quiet Mob. Sonny, Rival, my nigga Rod Clip, my man, you know what I'm saying, Rodney Shell doing this thing, and Illa G. We used to call him Craig G back then. They was on their rap shit, but they was beating niggas up. You know what I'm saying? You hear me?
Yeah.
I remember one time they brought us the King to fight the Deceps, bro. You know what I'm saying? You hear me? Now, I don't know how, it's just crazy. And my man put on. My man put on. They came down the stairs at Martin Luther King High School. My man just popped. Like, they said, yo, come, pull up. You're going to King today. You know what I'm saying? You hear me?
People don't know about the D-sets.
You know what I'm saying? And Baby Rumble, them niggas. Not saying niggas, but they pulled up and they ran out of some train steps at 3 line, 2 line. Dude just getting shaken.
Yo, the D-sets, boy, they come with the knives.
Yeah. Illa G. He's me on my block. My man Sonny, that's his man. You go on his IG page, Illa G, shoot the Puerto Rican Sonny Ramondi. He got that oak, that oak with, you know what I'm saying? My man Sonny, you know what I'm saying? My man Izza. From my block. He used to come to my block. Those are like they inspired us to be like in that shit. Like my man Balance, they inspired us. Like they inspired the punch in the face, the arms raises and the chase them down the hallway shit. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? They inspired that shit. We was good kids. They inspired that. Boom, get him. You know what I'm saying? We just took lead from that. That's what I'm saying. This is before a record deal. This is before Mobb Deep had a record deal. We talking about way before Steve Rifkin. We're talking about
the streets.
You know what I'm saying? We're talking about army jackets and arms raised.
Fatigues, boy.
Fatigues with baby axes. Yo, what's the flavor and all this crazy shit? What's the flavor? Oh no, boom. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, man. Yo, earlier we said, yo, man, the Wu-Tang era, man.
We can't forget
the era.
We can't forget
the MOP era.
But listen, Jacket. We can't forget. We can't forget the low lives. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah. You can't listen. Before the low lives, right? For those.
Now, hold on. Slim Slammer. I wasn't in King, but we had to pull up the King because my mans went to LaGuardia. My man Felix, he went to LaGuardia. Gumby UF went to LaGuardia. So we used to pull up to LaGuardia a lot. You know what I'm saying? But King across the street. You know what I'm saying? King was crazy. Then them projects, Amsterdam projects. But definitely can't get the low lives. The low lives set it off. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? They changed the game.
FPK, remember them?
Yep, I remember. Exactly. Let's get this.
The one that was the matter of fact, that was before the low live.
Yeah. Boom.
You know
Crown Heights. We talking about Bergen, Utica, all that.
Flatbush Pulley Kids. They was at the steal cars.
Yeah, facts.
Low lives. They was into stealing the kids.
Definitely. Sport low. Shout out to Rockaroni and them niggas, you know what I'm saying?
Franklin Avenue Posse.
FA. Oh, hit him with the side blocks, man. Come on, man. We was poor kids. We was poor kids. Benetton specs with Benettons and all that.
To get the chocolate, man. Come on, bro.
Come on, man.
Home
innocent kids.
Man.
So how can somebody sit here and say D.I. who didn't murder nobody deserve the time he get if he come forward? What the fuck we talking about? You know what I mean? We wasn't trying to kill nobody. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying?
But Zeke, huh? That's what I was told you earlier, man, right? I want you to go to it. I want everybody to see this because I couldn't even watch it. Or I couldn't watch it all the way. I was about to break down the crowd like, damn, man, this old man just did 68 years straight. He's the oldest, youngest juvenile in the nation that did 68 years straight from 1953, man. You hear me? He's 84 years old, bro. He's 84 years old. You got to watch it. His name is Joe Legend. You heard?
I want to ask you a question. Who's the Boston kid, though? Who's the Boston kid from Central Park?
The what?
His name was Bostic. I think his last name is Bostic. I guess allegedly he killed somebody. He killed the cop, or he killed somebody for their bike in Central Park, and they got him under the jail, something like that. Who's the guy that they got under Warburg jail? He got his own cell.
What year you talking about this? This got to be like early 90s, right?
Yeah, I think his last name is Bostic. So one of these guys know what I'm talking about. He been in jail since he was a kid, bro. Like he was like 16, 17. He
Yo,
got
man.
mad time.
Yo, the jail system is fucked up, man. A lot of people is mentally gone, man.
It
A lot of
breaks
people
you.
don't understand that, man. A lot of people you isolated, man, for years. Just imagine that. You isolated for all these years, man. All you know is
Yep,
war.
and shout out to Assassin
The same,
BX,
the
no
same
doubt.
people. You sit here, you come home, they release you, come home after 30 years. You like, what the hell?
What the
This
hell?
man did 68 years straight. I'm talking about from the time from 1953, the youngest juvenile person in
Crazy.
history. He just came home a week and a half ago. On some real shit, man. I couldn't even watch the whole documentary, man. I wanted to cry.
Because we
I
know
wanted to
that he
cry,
ain't know no
man.
better when he caught the case he caught.
Exactly. He said that. He didn't want to hurt nobody. And plus, he's remorseful too. When you a real person that do crime,
It's remorse. They
you gonna
deal with it.
you gonna be remorseful. You understand?
That's why I
Because you
said the
know right
street.
from
Yeah.
wrong.
Yeah.
You know right from wrong. You
Mm-hmm.
understand? But you know what you're doing it for.
Mm-hmm.
You understand? Even though it's wrong. So when these things later on in life, you get older and you think passed up time from things that you done in the past. Don't remember. Things come back. You understand? So you gotta respect all the bad things that you did to those that it deserve it. You feel me? Plain and simple. If you out here robbing and you didn't earn it, and you cut
It
corners,
come back.
you understand? It's going to come
It's
back.
gonna come
You
back. You have
understand?
to, you have
It's going
to
to come back,
see
man.
one thing about
So
karma. One thing about karma,
yeah,
right?
exactly, yo.
But I'm gonna tell you something. A good friend of mine a couple of weeks ago called me, right? And we had a good conversation, man. And he was like, yo, see, you know what, man? There's two streets to karma. You have real karma where somebody, you know what I'm saying? And then you have the karma that's looked at as an opportunity karma. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? Oh, I can say this about him and maybe that'll work. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? And what happens with that is it takes away from the reality. See, one thing about life, right? An OG told me this. Once you accept any consequences that come with anything anybody say about you, it doesn't matter. You know what I mean? Because you have to fight for that. You don't have to defend yourself. If you accept, if right now you shot somebody face off 10 years ago, and you be like, man, fuck that nigga, man. I shot him because he played himself or da da da. It is what it is. I did my time. I dealt with my shit. Fuck him.
Yeah, you don't nah. That's the things come back.
Dudes respect their karma. They understand jail time come with that. My man told me that shit. My man said the realest shit to me one day. This was 1993. I was on the corner looking lost. And I seen some dudes with hoodies on, with some gloves on, right? But I was on the corner. Their op was behind me by a store. You know what I'm saying? You hear me?
Yeah.
I'm looking lost because I'm chilling. I'm just trying to get some money. And my man looked. And I see them niggas. So I said, oh shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh snap. They like, oh shit. Dudes want to hit me. You know what I'm saying? You hear me?
Yeah.
I didn't know who it was. So I moved. So my man came to me, man. And one thing he taught me, he whispered in my ear. He whispered, he says, come here. Pay attention to your surroundings, man.
Always.
The only
Always.
reason why we didn't light this corner up is because you was standing here, bro. But if we didn't care about you, if you was just you fuck with us, but we ain't like you, you was out of here, bro. You
He's
hear me?
out of here.
You know what I'm saying? And
Hey,
I
that's
was like,
respect, though.
yo, son, it was so heartfelt because it was a real conversation.
Say shit.
He said, yo, Seek, if we didn't like you for something, you was off the count, bro. You hear me?
Oh.
You know what I'm saying? Be mindful of that, bro. Be mindful in these streets. You was too comfortable in this corner. You seen us, we seen you, and we didn't move because you in the fucking way, nigga. You hear me? Back in the front though. The next day, I didn't want to talk about it. I gotta talk about it, right? The next day, the same niggas that was standing behind me was behind me, but now I know what time it is. You know what I'm saying? You hear me? So we went up on them niggas like a DMX video. You know what I'm saying? You hear me? Looking around all crazy. And one thing I'm gonna say is, man, not everybody with a gun is tough, bro. You hear me? You understand what I'm saying? Just because your leader has a gun doesn't mean he's gonna shoot. You know what I'm saying? And that's what I'm gonna tell you young niggas, right? I never told nobody this story, right? So listen to what I'm about to tell you. My man's allegedly went up on the corner. My man had a baby bat. Remember the baby Yankee bats you get for free at Yankee Stadium?
Hell yeah. The Louis was slugging.
He went up on son, allegedly, and told son, didn't I tell you you can't stand here? And he said, what you said? He Ming-mouthed him. Bong, bong, bong. The nigga not only got off his bike, but he dropped his gun. You hear me? Allegedly. They run for hell. Oh my God, he beat me in the head with a baby bat. But he the nigga that inspired 4 niggas to get punched all in the head, bro. You hear me? You know what I'm saying? But he had the ratty on him. The nigga with the ratty dropped the ratty. You know what I'm saying? You hear me? He ain't let a shot off. He ain't pop nothing because he ain't mean to pop nothing. He just thought.
Louis Sluggers was hurt. Boy.
That shit hurt. My man, my man, allegedly, my man said, he said, what I told you? Bong, 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 nigga off the bike. I was like, oh shit, this shit they got real. The gun fell. Yo, son, the gun fell. I said, oh shit. I said, the gun fell. Niggas grabbed the ratty. The niggas they started running for their lives. And I know the niggas to this day, though, he probably even watching this shit like it was Zeke ain't shit. You know what I'm saying? But I'm going to be honest with you. That taught me a lesson. You know what I'm saying? You hear me? Stop thinking you're going to jump out a window for a nigga who ain't going to shoot. You know what I'm saying? You hear me? Listen. He had the ratty. He seen the niggas run up on him. He seen them coming. The whole purpose of you stupid niggas sitting with him was he had the gun on him, right? So now when niggas step to you, when yo, I did out, and start swinging bats, your team expecting, let that thing go. You hear me? How the fuck you drop it? You hear me? I don't want no problems. I start running. Me, allegedly, a bike got taken and a ratty. You know what I'm saying? So it made me believe. That's what my man said. Stop following niggas, man. You don't follow niggas. Look at him. He had the gun and dropped the gun. You know what I'm saying? You hear me?
Yeah.
We didn't have no guns, Z, even though the day before, but we had no guns, Z. We just gonna put hands on the niggas. Like, fuck them niggas. They soft. You hear me? You know what I'm saying? Like, that's soft, bro. Like, the day before, they was just on some, they got tired of talking to the nigga. I just happened to be on the corner. Day 2 was, man, I'm gonna beat the nigga up the corner with the baby bat. You know what I'm saying? You hear me?
The Louisville Slugger was sleek, but you had that shit in your sleeve.
He flung that out. My man said, boom. He said, bong, bong. He said, I was like this, yo, son. I was like this. Yo, I'm gonna lie to you. If it was slow motion in the Matrix, I was singing some Spanish shit. He said, oh, it started scattering. Gun! Get the gun up. I said, oh shit, this is some gay. I said, oh, he got Yo, let me tell you something, man. I am the same person that you see now in the streets. You know what I'm saying? Niggas will tell you, this nigga Zeke is a fucking fool. They will tell you, Zeke is a fool because Zeke is really non-violent. You know what I mean? I am the most non-violent person. Y'all talk about smoking something, I will cross the street like, damn, let me cross the street from these niggas. You know what I'm saying? They're a little upset. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? Yo, see, like, I relate when nigga vent to me about other niggas. That's what I'm saying. I relate, like, how niggas be venting online about shit. I don't like when a nigga vent to me about another nigga. Because then they feel I'm obligated to be around when they do these stupid shit. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? I be like, oh, yeah, yo, you know what? I'm going across the street. You know what I'm saying? See, one thing I liked about the Puerto Ricans I hung out with, They was the Puerto Ricans. You know what I'm saying? You hear me?
Nigga say, yo, you see the white Bobita? Yeah, that's the Plugito. He got the white suit on.
Got the white suit on with the white hat. That's Puglito. You gotta know the Lito talk. That's Puglito. Don't make him mad. Bet. You know what I'm saying? Stay away from him.
Yo. Stay away. He got the slacks on.
He's a cabrón. They start picking out those words. He's a maracón. Yo, he's sucia. What's that? Don't worry about it. He's a bad word. You know what I'm saying? My Puerto Rican niggas is real. I'm gonna tell you about the Puerto Rican niggas, man. Yo, Puerto Ricans. I'm gonna tell you one thing about growing up with them. Was that they was different. I call them New York Ricans, but some they call them different. Devin shout out to Call Out CV, man, because he's a New York Rican. Me and him are the same, special ed classes. But the only difference with him was he grew up with the jail niggas in special ed classes. I was trying to get out of special ed. He was with all the official niggas. He know all the original killers in New York. He can tell you at least 10 good niggas he can write and be like, yo, son, I remember in first grade when we jumped Papito. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? He's with the real special ed niggas. I was in special ed, but my special ed shit was a little commercial. We had white boys, Chinese, and all that other shit. We played soccer. His special ed shit had 3 teachers. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? Security guard outside.
I was in special ed. I had one class. If you had 2 teachers, you's a fool.
They was throwing classes. Because you had 2 types of special ed classes. You had the niggas with no chairs. Chair niggas. Yeah. You had the chair niggas. The chair niggas had those chairs. They had you had the, what's that shit, them pills you pop? That shit that, you know, that shit that slows down. I was in that class. Them niggas is different. Those are the 600, because they went from special ed to 600 school to Sparford, 4 building to Attica. That's how that shit went down. Those niggas been blood since the beginning. Don't get it twisted. When Toby says he was blood in 1989, he really was. You know what I mean? Because he can break down the whole logistics. Listen, I was with 600 school with this nigga. I caught 2 robberies in the body. They gave me this. I came home. Not saying so be. I'm just giving you the dramatics of the era. You know what I'm saying?
That Thorazine.
That Thorazine niggas is loose. They hit that land. Those Thorazine niggas is loose. This Thorazine niggas.
To knock your ass out.
Knock your ass out. Those niggas is hitters. I ain't gonna front. Y'all niggas be playing games. That's what made the Spanish niggas be different. Because they was putting Spanish niggas in special ed because they didn't know English. So I got to front Darnells and Walruses and Little Warren and them niggas was violating the Puerto Rican niggas. So they clicked up and create their own special ed clique. You know what I'm saying? And when them niggas create their special ed clique, them niggas got real country on the nigga. Yo, burn them up, stab them. Like, we wasn't doing that. We just jumped you. Them niggas had stabbing you. Picking machetes outside. We back in DR. Fuck him. I'm telling you, the most racist shit I ever heard in my life. We was smoking blunt. Me and my mans. I was even smoking weed like that. I hit the blunt like 2 times and passed it, 2 and pass. What's going on, son? Nigga said, man, fuck these Dominican niggas, man. I can't take these blocked nose. I said, oh, you Spanish? He said, they ain't my type of Spanish. You know what I'm saying? But look how the game evolved. They became the plugs. The same niggas that we was saying fuck you to became the same niggas we had to kiss their ass and get some grizzlies from. You know what I mean? Come on, please, man. You know what I mean?
Nigga said, puff to a pass, yo. To a pass.
The Hicks, he know the Hicks. One thing about, I'm gonna tell you about the Hicks. You got 2 type of Hicks. One thing about the Hicks and the Dominicans, they get along. You know why? The Jibaros, they wear these socks long. You know what I mean?
This nigga stupid.
With the funny shorts and them white t-shirts, the fucking tank tops with these fucking stomachs sticking out. And them niggas is dangerous because they will stab the shit. They'll shoot you with a big 4/5. They be like this. They start talking that fast pep. Pete para acá, your body cold. God! I stood away from them niggas. I said, nah, I ain't fucking with these niggas. These niggas still 8 grams of cocaine and think they 20-man channel 4 times. You know what I mean? They come outside like this. Yo, listen, Papa. I'll kill you and I'll kill your girl. Huh?
I said, you know what's crazy, right? When Harlem, Harlem.
They ain't had them issues, man. They had 1 or 2 Puerto Ricans.
Yo, they gonna be jamming over there. What? They gonna be jamming over there, man. The Puerto Ricans, man.
Yeah, I love my Puerto Ricans, man.
That's the El Barrio for real, man.
He know Tony Green Eye peoples. He know Slim Slammer know the team. He know Green Eyes and Tony Lopez. Yeah, rest in peace. Yeah, I try to get my Puerto Rican on. How you do it? Debbie shouts to my man Frank White, Eddie White, the Llama Boys, you heard? Debbie shout out to them, you know what I'm saying? Washington Projects, you know what I'm saying? I used to do my dude thing. I started doing my little Puerto Rican dance song. Shout out to my man Blake. I started doing this thing. I started doing this shit. I started doing my I ain't gonna front though. My Puerto Rican shit was crazy. Niggas thought I was Puerto Rican. When my hairline was like this, my niggas thought I was Puerto Rican. They was like, sick, you Boricua. I was like, see, you know what I'm saying?
Short sleeve shirts.
Short sleeve tight shirts.
Short sleeve boots.
With Hawaiian shorts and Stan Smith's on.
You got the Flamingo hat on.
The Flamingo hat on. He said, see, you Puerto Rican? Yeah.
Word up, yo. Word up.
Yo, I'm going to tell you some funny shit, though, right? It's like, I remember Charlie C, right? The little nigga that run around crazy in East Harlem when he was a baby. Who would have thought he'd have created that much mayhem in East Harlem years later?
That's the artist, right? That's the artist from the East
I remember when he was in the fucking cabbage on First Ave.
Yeah,
they used to push him on First Ave.
He just came home, I think.
Yeah, he just came home. That's Shorty baby father. Baby, I think that's Jay's baby father, man. I remember when he was a little fucking kid.
Max,
yeah, he's a Mac now. He's part of the Mac. How you do with the Mac? I can't be doing that. He's like, I'm Mac baller. Disco goes for this shit. Shout out to Disco, man. Disco's been very. I ain't gonna front though.
I gotta say this shit, right?
Gotta say.
I first came to Harlem, right? Yo, man.
Talk to the people.
I'm gonna give you some weed, right? I said, we go down 105, right? I go down First Avenue. I hit that gas station. I see all these niggas. I said, what the fuck, yo? I said, they say 60 niggas on the corner. No, I'm a Brooklyn nigga. I said, oh no, yo. I said, nah, I ain't walking past these niggas, man. These niggas gonna kick me tonight. If I walk past them, I said, nah. I said, yo, man, these East Harlem niggas, man. Some East River niggas, man. But yeah, man, he put out good music though, man. He got some, he put a new track out. You heard? Yeah, man, shout to Charlie C, man. You heard? You got some new music and all that, you heard? Yeah, man, just put your Jack and TV on the line, too, you heard? Shout out to everybody in the chat tonight, you heard? Zeke brought it back, though.
Yo, I'm gonna tell you
but that way, that old school Puerto Rican music.
Yo, don't let Big Dice fool you. Now, Big Dice, right? I'm gonna tell you what's crazy. Me and Big Dice. That's my cousin. Seriously, our kids is cousins. Because his uncle married my cousin back in the days, and they have a bunch of kids, and everybody got a bunch of kids. And shout out to the Donaldson family and the DeBose.
Dice B, NY.
Yeah. That's my kids is his kids' cousins. You know what I'm saying? On some G shit. You know what I'm saying? You hear me? We all family. You know what I'm saying? You hear me? Now, I'm gonna tell you what's crazy. As black as Dice is, and how much as he wanted to claim Foster, he know across the street on Fifth Avenue, he had to get his Puerto Rican on. He was known as El Daiso. You know what I'm saying? You hear me? When he crossed the street. You know what I'm saying? You hear me? No matter how much from Foster he was. Because he from Foster. But yeah, he from Foster. He from the No Fair era. He's from, me and him the same age. We're from Hunt 12, Poppin', and the Game Room. He's from Watley days. Rest in peace, Lacey. He's from all that. He's from before FEB and all that. Like he was there for the beginning of everything, for 9 Trey and all that other, GKBs and all that. He was around for all that.
he was before that shit.
Yeah, 45, bro. But bro, he was there when we was claiming FTW, and from 15th that I remember. Yep, La Maqueta, 15th to 16th Street. We was doing the stick and move. How you do it? Boom, boom.
That wall, the FTW wall. That's the one on what's that? Not Madison. Is it Madison?
Flux, you know what I'm saying? FTW, fuck the world. FTW,
that wall
fuck
dedicated
shit.
to them, right?
On which one?
The Wolves wall, feed the Wolves wall, fuck the wall. I mean FTW. I think it's on.
It might be in town somewhere, one of them side blocks. But we can't forget the 40 Wolves, man. Listen. I just started doing Feed the Wolves over some YouTube shit. But we can't forget the real wolves, the 40 wolves. You know what I'm saying? You can't forget them. The 40 wolves on 40th. You know what I'm saying? Definitely salute to the 40 wolves. You know what I'm saying? They was laying it down on the west side. They was putting that pain in. You know what I'm saying?
40 Wolves, bang, bang.
Bang, bang. We can't forget the NFL. Me. I'm going to tell you something, though. I was laughing today because somebody came to me and said, you know, the other towns don't know no better, right? So somebody came to me one day and said, today, nigga said, yo, did Mace really get Biggie killed? I had to laugh. I said, Mace, I said, you can't listen to these YouTube niggas. Only because that guy, Gene said what he said about, he was just mad because he wanted a response from at least Puff from Mace, but Mace responded. Did Mace kill Biggie? No. Mace.
Shout out to Big G, man. I know Big G in person, man. I met him.
Yeah.
Very good brother, man. Very good brother.
Very good brother. I just think that he was just mad that nobody responded. Now, to be vindicated, he was a part of Bad Boy. You just can't, I'm going to be honest with you. My man told me the greatest thing in the world, and it made me realize, he said, just because I don't acknowledge your accolades or what you've done with me doesn't mean I don't acknowledge the accolades you've done with me.
Good shit.
And I was like, huh? He said, nah. So you think I'm supposed to parade around and make you be the realest nigga online, Zeke? When I know you personally, bro. Like, I don't have to do that, bro. I know the accolades that we have together, my nigga. What you trying to do is not what I'm trying to do. You know what I'm saying? You hear me? I online to make people laugh and bug out and laugh and joke. You want me to co-sign everything you fucking say. You know what I'm saying? You hear me? I don't get paid for that, bro. You know what I'm saying? And I had to sit there and I respected that, bro. Because at one point, he like, yo, bro, just know I support what you doing, my nigga. Until I say, you freestyling, you good. You know what I'm saying? You hear me?
Yeah.
You ain't freestyle yet. Huh?
I said that's some real shit, though, being said to you, bro.
That was real shit. I was like, damn, son.
Yeah.
I said, son, you right, bro. Because he's like, nah. Because a lot of times, you niggas think y'all need me to confirm shit every 5 minutes. Don't tag me in any of your shit you doing. You know what I'm saying? You hear me? Just do it. Niggas know what you talking about. You know what I'm saying? You hear me? Definitely shout out to the Commodore family. You know what I'm saying? Yo, who'd have thought the Commodore family would have been from my hood, bro? Your man, Mr. Commodore, you know what I'm saying? But he from my hood, bro. You know what I'm saying? You heard it?
Yeah, shout out to the whole East Hall Midwest.
Shout out to that whole East and West. I'm gonna be funny.
He showed me love.
Now I love when you call it. You know why?
Show me love, man.
Bless. Bucks here. Bucks in the building, man. Bucks, LB for life. He got the t-shirts up. Lehman Projects is in the building for life, man. Definitely Lehman Projects, you know what I'm saying? Lehman, side blocks 108, 107 and all that, you know what I'm saying? 106. Shout out to the Mad Madison Mall. Remember the Mad Madison Mall back in the days? Carver Mall, Mad Madison Mall, and Lehman in the Lehman family. That's all deep shit, you know what I'm saying? Shout out to niggas in Clinton Projects. Yeah, come on, man. We here, man. East Harlem, man. Jefferson. Mad Ave. Yeah, yeah. That's why it's all love, man. That's why it's all love, people. Let's all just love each other. Let's all embrace each other. Let's not dictate the hate that people expect us to have hate. We don't hate, bro. We all grew up on the same shit. We all drank sugar water. You know what I'm saying? I mean, we all
Hell
had
yeah, yo.
pounds of Kool
Hell
Aid,
yeah. Sugar water, sugar bread, all types of shit,
all
man.
type of shit, man.
Come
We had to
on,
invent
man.
shit. Remember this shit that was invented. Shit that shit we ate that was put together.
But you know what? You hear me? See? This that was love, yo. That was survival. That's what kept that's what kept
Yeah,
the family together, yo.
yeah.
Survival. For real, yo.
Mm-hmm.
For real, yo. Everything now is different, man. It's
Yeah,
different, man. The family household is
yeah.
different, man. Word up, man.
Mm-hmm.
Going on with these young boys. And matter of fact, I'm gonna say something right now to young artists. Shouts to the young artists coming up. Um,
Yeah, the new ones.
as spring coming, as summer coming. Um, I see, I still don't not catching on what's going on with this rap thing. So we break down the rap package for you. The rap package comes like this. You gotta get some fake change. They're gonna fund you the money.
Yeah,
They're gonna ask you. They're gonna ask you what gang you are, but your gang gotta be popular though. You
yeah,
understand? Your
yeah,
gang
yeah.
gotta be in the streets. You gotta be in the streets. You gotta be the shooter. You gotta have a crew doing some shooting shit, doing stupid shit, negativity acts. But I'll tell you one thing: what's gonna lead to death or jail.
Yeah.
Plain and simple, yo. So if you're an artist, right?
Mm-hmm.
Well, not an artist. You're a rapper. If you're a rapper, you're the bag. Just remember everything that's around you, they not the bag. They're not protecting the bag by doing negativity acts. And you're not protecting yourself by funding your friends or your associates or those that you want to put on to
Yeah.
do negativity acts because it's going to affect you.
Mm-hmm.
It's going to affect y'all. So, so the young artists today, you need to separate your talent from your street activity of your friends, your associates, and those that you deal with in jail. I'm sorry to say. I got to add that in. You understand? It's a different ball game now.
Yeah.
Everything that's going on will be used against you from social media all the way down. If you want to get a 9 to 5, they're going to ask you your name. They're going to ask you what's your email. Do you understand why? Because they want to look at your background of what you do on social media.
Yeah.
So what you do reflects upon you either way. And what your friends do and your associates that have around you, and you're the bad, and you're in the legit process or in legit position, you gotta be protected. You gotta separate the negativity and you gotta separate those that's into gang activities, man. Your talent will be wasted and gone. Death or jail. You see what happened in the NBA Youngboy, right? Y'all can continue on and think, y'all the clout. I can't even use these words. I don't use these op and
Yeah.
all
Yeah.
the other stuff. I can't do that. I cannot do that. I cannot. It's not even um the fact that it's a trending thing from an artist. I just can't do it. I just can't do it. You know. But so the upcoming artists, and those that's supporting him, just see him as the bag. Just remember, all the street activity, or the waving the guns in the videos which you post will be affected upon you and the person that is the bag in good legit positions. So it's trying to change up, y'all. It's trying to change up, man. It's really trying to change up around here. I know a lot of people don't like positivity, content. I know they like the entertainment, the attention, which is clout. But understand what comes with clout and attention, which
Yeah.
is the same thing.
It's
You understand?
crazy.
That's the rap package. So I'm gonna give a shout to Zeke tonight. Now I mean, let me call in.
I think
You know,
because we have to have we have to have this conversation because Di he got caught up in this generation, and we're explaining this generation that we wasn't trying to be killers. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? We just got caught up in a situation that we needed money in our pocket. He made a mistake. It was a bad decision. Okay, he's accepted the bad decision, but he was given too much time for the bad decision. And I think he only went to trial because they probably offered him 40 to life. You know what I'm saying? Because the New York, because it became political about deacons against the police, and it worked for them. Let me tell you something, man. That Hines guy, that DA from Brooklyn was the worst. He convicted everything.
Yeah, big time.
He's the worst. He's the worst. Let him die. He's the worst. You know what I'm saying? So with that being said, man, you know, I'm gonna be honest with you, man. Like I'm gonna be honest with you, right? It was messed up what happened to him. They used him as a political missile. Like this is why police act the way they act, or they're aggressive because this guy made a mistake. 19 years old. You tell me at 19 years old, you never did that? You come out of the spot, police out there. I'm not trying to go to jail. You're gonna shoot. They're not putting your guns down. They just had a massive shooting in Boulder, Colorado, where a guy was shooting a supermarket up. He seen a cop and he started shooting. So now let's talk. I'm not trying to compare because rest in peace to the people that passed away, plus the cop. But that's the reaction of somebody who don't want to go to jail. Only person that go, oh, you got me. It's somebody, you know what I'm saying? He made a mistake at 19. Nobody died. Forgive him. You can't forgive him. He did 30 years. His mother had to raise her baby in jail. Come on, man. New York State, get your shit together, man. Get it together, man. You can't sit here and feel, I don't care what else you got to say about him. About, yo, but he did this, he did that. Like, he grew up in jail. You know what I mean? He learned life in the penitentiary. He didn't go to jail when he was 30 years old. He went to jail when he was 19, man. A kid. Probably, no, he went to jail when he was 18 for that shit. You know what I mean? Probably 16. He got convicted when he was 18. You know what I mean?
I understand, man. Trust me.
Kid.
Man.
He's a kid that made a mistake,
15
man.
to 23. I don't know nothing about no teenagers. I don't know no proms, none of that stuff. High schools, I don't know none of that stuff, man.
You know what's so messed up, man? It was a robbery going wrong, and somebody called the cops. But the story don't make sense because it says he tried to bring them to the basement, and then the police came. So who the fuck had time to call the cops? Because there wasn't cell phones back then like that. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean?
Yeah, the house phone, the pay phone.
So somebody called the cops on them while this situation was going on. Because that made no sense. There wasn't no cell phones back then. 1982? Who had a cell phone that was like, yo, they're catching a robbery right now? Only Wall Street dudes had that shit in their cars or major drug dealers.
Major drug dealers.
So who called the cops on them? A drug dealer? That was fucking with them niggas at the pet shop? You know what I mean? Because I'm gonna be honest with you. Who's gonna call the police if you in the shop, go downstairs? And when he come out the spot, the police is outside waiting. Come on, man. Y'all love hood niggas. I don't know why y'all keep saying y'all love these hood niggas, man. You hear me? Niggas don't be good, man. Because there was no cell phones back then. So you had to physically call 911. You hear me?
Mm-hmm.
Unless you was part of Wall Street. The only niggas that had cell phones was Wall Street niggas. Doctors had beepers back then. Doctors didn't have no fucking, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. So whoever caught the police was a nigga that was a sucker nigga that was probably fucking with the pet shop that felt like, yo, your niggas is violating 911. You know what I'm saying? You hear me? That's what happened. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I remember the tag phones. So whoever called the police on him had to be a nigga in the street. that was fucking with the niggas at the pet shop that called the police on them. Cause there was there wasn't no. You see niggas run up in the spot. They lock the door, put the shades down. Everybody get down on the floor, go to the basement. This is what it is. So who the fuck is gonna run and call a 911? It's a nigga that wasn't no good, man. Stop thinking every street nigga's a real nigga, man. Stop giving street niggas accolades. A blower phone nigga. Yo, I fuck with these Jewish niggas, and this nigga gonna do that? 911. There's more to the story, bro. There's more to the story.
I think that word overrated. Real nigga.
Real nigga shit, bro. Because there's no way that they had them niggas tied up. Let's go to the basement, and then the police is outside. You know what I'm saying? So everybody didn't have a cell phone to go, yo, there's a crime going inside the bar, inside the pet shop.
Go to payphone with some other shit back there.
So somebody who knew what they was doing called 911 on that man. You know what I'm saying? You hear me? So most likely there was some. I'm gonna tell you what that was about. Somebody was getting. Somebody was probably getting some money out them niggas. Owed somebody some money, kept playing. Nigga probably sent them niggas to violate this shit. Like, you know how that shit go? Yo, he fucking with them niggas. They paying them for no reason at all. Get him. You know what I'm saying? Because the pet shop was most likely in the hood. You hear me? And that sucker nigga called the police. Like, yo, what? Y'all want to violate my shit? 911. You know what I'm saying? You hear me? Yeah, I had to scan it too. I heard how niggas should call 911. Sucker niggas. Yo, he got a blue leather on. He got a gun. Niggas ain't no good, man. Y'all be idolizing the wrong type of niggas, man. Because there's no way they did that and he walked out to the police had to shoot his way out. So somebody called 911. So instead of them admitting that because he never a real lawyer that can fight for his case, he got caught up in the midst of, oh shit, I gotta get the fuck out of here. A robbery's a robbery. Definitely a spot like that. Close the windows, we close. Who's gonna go, the pet shop is closed, they must be robbing it. Nobody's gonna do that, bro. So there was more going on at the pet shop than what the pet shop was saying, bro. You hear me? There was more going at the pet shop than what the pet shop was going on. So a nigga that was fucking with the pet shop felt like, oh, word, you're violating? Boom. Nigga probably said, I'm gonna send some niggas in. But how you gonna call the police, bro? And put money, but these niggas are sucking nigga off up north, like, yeah, he a real nigga.
Peace to everybody in the chat. Get the likes up. Shout out to everybody watching Jack TV. Yo, Zeke gonna be out, yo.
Definitely, salute. You know what I'm saying? My nigga.
All right, yo, man. Shout out to everybody, you know what I mean, in the chat tonight.
You mention your podcast and all that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, man, it's Butcher Jack TV. If y'all want to see any interviews for upcoming artists, y'all can highlight me, Butcher Jack TV Talkcast. They can highlight me, Butcher Jack TV Music Promotion. That's old promotion, you understand? And behind the scenes, as far as the streets, community, Butcher Jack TV Direct. Only real accounts, real faces. That's it, you heard? Thank you, Zeke, you heard?
My guy. Easy.
All right, man. One.
Call ended.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that's fucked up. I would say, you know what I'm saying? So with that being said, man, let's think about it, man. You know, we all got a loved one that's locked up for some senseless shit that he did when he was kids. Without thinking that mostly discharged, man. Let's not judge them off of a mistake they may have made when they was a kid, man. let's hope that Mr. West become free. You know what I'm saying? With that being said, man, you guys have a good night, man. Just think about that. That could be your kids, man, that make that one mistake. That make that one mistake, man. Okay? With that being said, good night. If you're Catholic, take your kids to the church. If you're Muslim, mix a lot with your kids. If you're Jewish, you know what to do. If you're Buddha, you know what to do. If you believe in the devil, you know what to do. Get in tune with your kids, man. If you're atheist, you know what to do. It's a dirty game, man. And one mistake, I have you sitting in jail for the next 40 years. Nobody's going to fight for your freedom, man. And sometimes, as much as we want to dedicate our life to getting our kids out of these jams, we're not financially covered to do this. So let's teach our kids to be carpenters, architects, airmen, get NAS, what's that shit? The shit in the go to space. All that shit. The aerospace stuff. No NASCAR. Let's teach our kids that the world is opening for you and it's not limited to a corner. You can be all you can be. Don't let nobody stop you. Don't think nobody can stop you. If you can't do it, create your own. Just know the knowledge and have the certificates so that they can't say you can't do it. With that being said, man, have a good night. You heard? Peace.